Last time there was a festival in Huntersville, and you guys made out like bandits.
We did.
The mage, not mage, that won the mage competition.
Well,
That was
consequences
great.
of blood magic, I suppose.
Needed a rogue to help you with your magic.
Foiled by, 5 yards?
Yeah, just about. A little bit closer. Could have done like one or two more things.
Arcane Lance.
Yeah.
Arcane Lance.
I knocked him prone, it's okay. They can't dodge bombs if they're laying on the ground.
True.
When the spell actually worked. Anyway.
You guys rested in the inn, and then you're continuing east along the river. So, by the time you reach kind of more of a flattish land, you actually haven't noticed many people coming from your direction. There's few people coming that from Navarra would be the next place, Navarra City. So, you guys are kind of alone in your group. Until you see this one guy just, run past you.
Does he look panicked or does he look...
Panic.
I'm gonna flag him, or I'm just gonna yell at him, hey, what's going on?
Monsters! To the west!
Yes! What kind of monsters?
Monsters! And just... he's running.
The monsters kind of monsters.
The monsters kind of monsters. Alright, well, I'm prepared. I'm gonna pull out my sword.
Sounds like our kind of monsters.
To the west, you guys are going.
Oh.
So he came from behind us.
Yeah. He ran by you guys.
I misunderstood.
E.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like our problem then.
Should I ask, were they fire monsters?
Are we responsible?
Is it a fish monster?
Fish monster.
Giant flaming fish.
It's the restaurant. We need to make it.
It's like a fire version of Magikarp. Just flopping around on the ground, burning little scorch marks everywhere he lands.
That'd be really cute. Imagining magic heart now.
Just imagine when he evolves. Not cute no more.
Terrifying.
Foreshadowing.
A fire-breathing Gyarados? Maybe.
He just cooks himself into like a sushi or something.
So you guys continue along, and then here comes another guy just running past you.
We're making terrible time. These people are passing us.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. You guys you're on horseback, yes, but you're also pulling a cart. So you're going slower. As these guys are running. Yeah.
Can we stop him? Do you know what kind of monsters there are?
They're in the Deventer and Orlais.
What are they?
I think one of the gray people said they're darkspawn. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's not a job anymore. Well, I guess we're technically still Grey Warriors.
How far west?
Like I said, it's more towards Deventer and Orlais. It's like here while you guys are.
Yeah, that's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
There's
Like
a,
back the way we came.
Yeah, there's a whole army of Grey Wardens there to take care of that.
How many gray people did you see?
I don't know. They were evacuating people.
Oh, that's bad.
They're doing fine.
They're doing fine.
Sounds like they have it under control.
I'm bound to agree. And the Order doesn't want to recognize the cults that are in the free marches.
And I don't think Lawrence would do too well going back.
Lori.
No worries.
He's a new person.
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, yeah.
Yes. Lorenzo.
Right.
We
Much
back
more-
at.
Much more refined than that. I was going to say that rogue Lawrence, but that doesn't quite. Yeah, because he's still rogue.
No, he's what's his prestige class thing? He's a trickster, not a rogue.
I'm a trickster, not a rogue.
don't know what all rogues can take.
He is actually an assassin class.
I feel like an assassin is a step up from a rogue for sure.
Not as far as refinement, though. If we're talking refinement.
Well, I don't know. It like that's a whole nother class of job.
Like, but assassin, like, you know, like, yeah, assassins are probably, like, more talented than rogues, but, like, you can call somebody, like, a roguish character, and it still is, like, somewhat of a compliment. But if you call somebody an assassin, then, like...
But I am an ass.
A double ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If you admit it, then there's nothing I can do for you.
Does anybody wish to go?
I'm torn.
Torn.
Wait, what are we doing in the first place? I forgot.
You guys were gonna go see what that cultist movement was doing in Starkhaven.
Because they said they sent a sect there and then to
Well,
Relay.
see,
Yeah.
if we go and talk to the cult, we're doing our job battling the Darkspawn.
That's how I feel, and our order won't recognize the cult as an issue, and our amulet wasn't sufficient proof of the cult. So I would
It stopped
prefer to
working.
go and take care of the issue that no one is tackling.
Probably should have asked what's his face, the guy who follows us over there.
That would have been a brilliant idea.
Do we even still
have it?
I want to roll a perception and look for him.
Huh?
Just here, out here in the wilderness.
Yeah, out here in the wilderness. 9.
Well, you got devils though.
Like I said, you haven't seen anybody coming your direction.
Well, I mean,
And you recall that last night he was packing up. You guys stayed in Huntersville overnight.
Sure, okay.
So
So
he-
already passed us.
Yeah.
That bastard.
No, I don't have the amulet anymore.
I'm just saying he follows us, so I might as well roll a perception.
Mm-hmm.
He's bound to be here.
Just see like sneaking in a
I
bush.
think I think I have it.
You have it?
Or I forgot to erase it from my list.
I don't think we sold it. We
don't
gave it.
think-
We sold it, then you went and stole it back.
Right,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if we would have like left it.
Mm-mm.
I don't
I
have
don't
it in
think
my
so.
bag, so.
I don't think
It's
so.
definitely written in my list. But
Oh, right, I got it writing with chain step.
I just couldn't
Words.
remember like.
Right.
Yeah, I think at least every game you should stop and read your inventory. Just once a game.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot I have a plate of feeding.
A plate of
I
feeding.
remember, yeah, from the eating contest.
Yes. You have a plate of feeding.
That's fantastic.
So you're just sitting there snacking
Mm-hmm.
consistently.
Just waving it around towards everyone.
I know, just like, yeah. So much.
You should like have to roll to see like if you can fit into your armor after a certain amount of time.
Oh gosh.
Constantly on the road. I'll be fine.
But yeah, don't go back that way. You just run off.
Furta, you have followed me across countries and into the Grey Warden order. I am willing to follow you into this battle.
Oda.
Well done.
Well, you're right. Like there are Grey Wardens back there, like doing their thing, and I don't know. Could be good to see this cultish thing through. But on the other hand, like if they're evacuating people, they might need help.
Well, they should have thought about that before they sent their Grey Wardens into the Deep Roads to die.
I mean, he has a point.
Yeah, I also worry for Lorenzo.
Why do you worry about Lorenzo? Lorenzo is fine.
Lorenzo is so much very like a warden that was sentenced to death that I'm afraid he might attract attention.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have not done anything too obscene.
Did you draw wall peens in that last town we were in?
No, I did not draw them in Huntersville, except on the shield that Bray is now proudly carrying.
And an arcane peen you've been known to draw for how many years?
It's not arcane.
Well, if you didn't draw it in the town, then it's fine.
I just mean that you stick out. and that your arcane symbol was probably rather noticeable. And you didn't draw it in our last town, but the town before that, you did draw it on the Magister's door.
You have a point.
If somebody was trying to find you, it probably wouldn't be hard.
Probably not.
Well, I have no reason to. Like, as far as I know, because we,
Yes, I killed Jimmy.
yeah.
And shut him in the door.
Gonna say we did kill one of them.
Yeah, we took his stuff to make it look like bandits. Right?
Bandits.
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 Rabbits.
And didn't we lock the door behind?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so, yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
After a team effort, that luck. But yeah. Okay, so we continue on.
Yeah, sounds good.
Continuing on. Good. I don't want to deal with those dickheads anyway.
I agree. Kind of want my griffin, but it's already bound to me, so they can raise it, and then I'll come back and get it when it's
Probably not been enough time anyway.
I love that we have a Griffin daycare.
Griffin daycare.
Kinda like
You have to
Pokemon.
move.
Yeah, drop your Pokemon off. It,
You
know,
drop your
levels up.
Mabari off and end up with a Mabari Griffin cross, like.
I'm thinking like a Mabari with like eagle wings
Big
and like a
wings.
beak.
Beak and then talons.
Yeah, talons, definitely, yeah. Oh, that looks awesome. I wish I was a better artist. Draw what was in my head.
Just look at it like, what the fuck? Flying dog.
Flying dog bird.
I'll send you guys a picture later. They gonna draw that?
How would it look?
Be a,
No, it would have looked better. He's a
be
pretty good artist.
Griff bowl.
Gripple.
Yeah, just go take a picture of a dog and then just draw wings on it.
That's perfect. There you go. That's half the work.
Or
There's
just
draw a
cut,
beak.
cut the wings out.
You find like a big old like massive like pit bull or something like.
Or a mastiff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mhm.
that bull and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something similar.
Bulky.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a bull pit?
I thought too long about that.
Is that a bulldog in pit bull or is that a pit massive like bull? Like, but yeah, pit. Right. That's really that is fine. I didn't realize you switched those. It's alright. I'm confusing myself now.
It's the voices.
I don't help.
You guys continue on until you hear fighting a bed.
Monsters.
And I pull out my sword.
Take out my axe.
Do you have axes?
Oh, I have a lot of weapons actually.
Yeah, she is a weapon shop.
Yeah, I've got 2 sets of armor, 2 battle axes, some throwing spears, a meteor sword.
Is there a carry weight anywhere?
No,
Nope.
no, not anywhere.
No.
I checked.
No.
I checked after my second set of weapons because
have
I was wondering what my carry weight was getting
2
into.
swords, an axe, and a shovel.
The shovel.
I've not picked things up because I've been like, I don't want to have too much. And
I have so
never
much crap.
really thought about the fact that I'm not keeping track of it.
And I had 2 backpacks.
And a plate of feeding. A plate of feeding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
play defeating. Very easy. Play defeating.
I have a bunch of crap. But yeah, I pull out my sword. I just imagine because it's got a rune in it, a rune of fire, that it glows. So like, I don't know. It's my coolest weapon.
My cool sword is what I want to pull out.
My coolest weapon's my hottest weapon.
Do you, I have intimidation for a reason. I want to ride into battle looking fierce
As a dwarf.
as a dwarf. You got to as a dwarf. You don't have stature to go along with it.
True.
Big things, small packages, and all that.
Alright. You head towards the sounds of battle. Well, at least V does.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm riding my dog. And you said you would respond second. You third.
Oh.
No, I fell.
46
My riding skills not very
stampede
high.
damage.
You'll help me riding my dog.
So, You guys head towards the sound of battle, which is off the beaten track. Into the woods. You see. I don't know. I don't know if that's a dragon. Is it in the... No.
Right there.
It's got closer.
Okay. Jimmy, I'm going to need you to move.
Please.
Alright. So, wagon. Team on our way. Wervin. And one person. Who does not have a stand yet because I did not glue it on. One person taking on this egg.
But I'm gonna charge on my Mabari.
Charging on
Wait, we're charging? Okay, we're gonna charge the dragon thing. Wait, wait.
Guts and glory.
So, like, on a scale compared to me, how much taller is this thing?
on a scale.
I mean, like, I know
One,
it's big,
two.
but
It's like two of you.
Wervin is a member of the dragon family and is especially important to our Legion culture. An adult Wervin is nearly the size of a dragon.
So it's a dragon.
But it's not a dragon.
But it's
well, I mean, like in Dragon Age, some of the wyvern were smaller, and
Yeah.
then some of them were medium, and some of them were bigger, and then there's the dragons. So I didn't know if this was like a baby one.
No. Still. It's that guy.
doesn't look small.
That one
Ooh,
Yeah, that guy.
or that one.
That guy. That's an animated corpse.
So that thing is fighting that thing, which is animated corpse.
No, that is a Nirvana woman.
Oh.
The Vera woman.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
It's a woman. But you're gonna charge in to assist in the fray.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna need an initiative roll wherever my
Sneak
initiative
attack.
is.
I have a 16 in speed.
Jump on its back.
Jump on its back.
Last time I tried that, it didn't go so well.
I believe in you.
Where is it?
Round 2.
It's like Shadow of the Colossus. You just gotta look for the weak point with this one.
Okay, so
Hang on, I do have rope.
I do too, actually, yeah. I'm going to tie it up.
You can pet me. I'm not gonna
Yeah. I will.
It was just too exciting when we got here.
Too much.
Just all tuckered up now.
Introvert cat.
okay. Gerd.
Am I rolling?
Yeah, initiative.
Oh. Are we all rolling initiative?
Yes.
Am I the only one who rolled initiative?
Yeah, I think you're the only one who heard me say initiative.
I didn't.
Yeah, you are.
17.
17. Verta.
16.
Arn.
I'm at DC 13.
Fee.
16.
Granite.
Not good.
Not good.
9.
9.
9.
9. Alright.
I think I'm actually supposed to, when I'm mounted, I'm supposed to hold my turn until the mount's turn. So,
That's not good for you.
that's not good for me.
When you take your turn to dismount.
If I wanted to
17
dismount
for
and attack,
Velcro.
yeah, but we're a decent.
Crucible.
I mean, you
I'm
could
at
hold your turn. That would
2,
be
4,
good.
6,
Yeah.
8.
But you wouldn't
So,
need anything. You need to be
seven,
that close to
2,
8,
4, 6,
11
8.
for
Yeah.
cursing.
I could dismount and get down.
Crucible.
Actually, I'm riding the dog, so I'm over there.
For the new person.
Dismounting, yeah. I don't know, does dismounting count as a quick action?
Okay. She did. And
Mount the horse.
What is it?
If you start.
If you can mount a horse vehicle, you can dismount a horse vehicle. It's a minor action.
Yeah.
But it is your move action.
Oh, that is my move action. Yes, I wouldn't be able to take an action, so I'll just. So it's not bound that way. I just prefer to do it that way so that I don't have to dismount and run.
What's your dexterity?
Me?
Yeah,
3.
a 3. 16?
15.
15? Okay. Silver goes before you, and then you. And then B is mounted, so it goes when Granite goes. 4, 5.
We should have asked that dude what town they were evacuating.
Your actions seem really cool. I should say.
I should have been assessed.
Oh, nice. 12. I think, yeah, 15. Okay, so the Warden bites at the female for considerable amount of damage. Cool.
Inconsiderable.
A considerable amount of damage. So that was the first one. Who goes second is all the way at the back. So let's see here. We were saying about each square is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2, 4,
4,
6, 8, 10, 12.
12, 14. He can almost get here. Almost.
Well, considering that the wyvern didn't see us, would we still have like a surprise to move and then do our initiative?
You know what?
Because we're not technically.
But you're not technically stealthing either.
Yeah, so you could just roll a perception, I guess. Yeah. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
I'm mage. I don't really care. I'll just stand back and spells out.
11, 12, 13, 14. So, yeah.
I'll get within range.
So do we need to roll stealth or?
That was its smelling. So if you can, roll around in mud or something. Well, no, it wouldn't have been a smelling. That was just a base perception. A smelling would have had it. 16. So, can you make a 16 or higher?
On what? On stealth?
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, I mean, I was also. Never mind. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh. So you can technically move.
I mean, it wasn't my worry. It was more for him if he could get there. I can get there.
You want to roll and see if Lawrence could sneak?
I guess I can roll for Lawrence.
I mean, it would be for the whole party at that point.
No for Lawrence.
Do you want to try? Oh, sneakiest of rogues.
I mean, it's not my turn.
Well, no, we're saying that it didn't sense. If you stealth,
You can backstab away, right?
yes.
Well, we're going to.
I was
Twice.
I was gonna try to do the dirty fighting, which, if successful, would make any hit by a rogue a backstab.
Are you shooting it?
No, it has to be a. Well,
Melee.
I have to be up on it. So it would be once I get up there. But I'm confused. I can roll for stealth, but I'm
rolls for
I'm
stealth.
not sure what I'm doing.
Okay, so basically we're retconning everything at all and saying that we're sneaking up on the dragon if you would like to roll stealth to do so. If not, you're just going to wait for your initiative.
Yeah, pretty much.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
I'd say you stuck by.
So you get your move speed to be where you want to be.
Okay.
Instead of charging, like everybody said that they were.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. My move speed is 16.
Yeah, I said I was charging. I'm
Yes.
Like, I'm not. I'm
2,
Yeah, I said I was kind of charging too. So
8, 10, 12. Okay. So I guess I can backstab.
So she get to attack, or are we just moving?
It was just moving.
Oh, just moving. Okay.
Because if you attack, then I can retcon the attack on her, and he might be kind of pissed that someone just stabbed him in the butt.
I'll do whatever. Team player.
Okay, so whose turn is it after Lori's? Or, well, Lori failed his, so that was his move action, so yeah, it'd be after Lori.
Yes. So, Gerd.
I'll move up. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right here, and I'll hit attack.
Attack!
Oh, so now we're going back to the initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is drawing, can you change your
Well-
weapon as a minor action?
Well, I hit. I rolled a natural 12, so.
Okay.
Doesn't say.
8,
I wanna change my
9,
weapon.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16. Subtract.
I think changing weapons is a quick action.
Yeah.
It's just like quick draw.
Yeah.
Okay. You hit him. Next.
And it's a rune weapon, if it's magical or whatever matters.
I was trying to look
I don't see it.
Okay.
I would say it's just a quick
I
action.
don't know if they had
at
some type of.
so you can unsheath the weapon
damage
for
reduction or something.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
ready, and I didn't notice
It's
it.
fun.
Do you think
Yep.
that would count?
Like I said, she doesn't have her pace. Theta. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
I have a thing written here that says I don't know where I got it from, but it says that once per encounter, I can use my dirty fighting as a free action. So that would mean that I can do the dirty fighting and then also attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was trying to look. I assumed it would be a leveling up kind of thing, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I can
know.
look.
I don't know where I got it from.
Yeah, I mean, it could be under your class skill too.
Yeah.
Shadow Walker or whatever.
Okay, yeah, it could be. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Other way.
Classes.
No,
Shadow. The class skills is on page 7
Two, five.
for Shadow. So I guess I will look for whatever. What I do depends on if I can still attack. If I can't attack, then I'm just going to backstab.
The
Mhm.
inside of it doesn't do that.
Less so. Still.
I don't see anything about it there.
Doing for your attack.
Probably.
I will just backstab then. Just be safe, just in case.
30 fighting, 37.
Are you sure it wasn't something you got off like a piece of armor or one of your weapons or something?
It's a level 7 dirty fighting. You can daze opponents with sharp blows to vulnerable areas. To use dirty fighting, you must first hit with a melee attack. If successful, you inflict no damage, but your opponent must.
It was
They-
upgraded because it the original con save is 15, and it was upgraded to 17 by something, but I don't remember what it was. But I have written here like I'd erased it and brought 17, and then once per encounter to use as a free action.
Stuns are possible on your original attack roll, so you could stun your opponent and then use lightning attack to immediately backstab, for example.
That's just the original. That's just talking about like if I roll doubles, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not one too.
you have to use stunt points
Right.
to get it.
Yeah, but like I had.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I trust that you wrote it down for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would.
Yeah, I don't think you
Okay.
would just randomly write something
All right.
but
Let's see. So to do this, I roll a regular attack. Okay, yeah, it's a regular melee.
There's-
attack. I don't do this very
If
often.
there's anything a pen and paper has taught me is to take better notes.
10,
Yeah. I was
15.
last time. I write stuff down. I'm like, I'll remember what that is.
Exactly. Yeah.
14 to
I have no
hit,
idea.
so
Okay.
yeah.
I do that all the time with notes for
Uh,
class and stuff. I'll write
okay,
it.
And then, so what does he have to roll?
17.
17? With his con?
Stamina.
Stamina?
Constitution stamina test.
Jesus.
Or becomes stunned.
2, 6, 8. You said it was 16?
17, she said.
17? Okay. I only got a 16. So it is stunned. For how long?
A stunned character can attempt the test again at the start of their turn, and if successful, can act normally. Otherwise, the only thing a stunned character can do their turn is take a single move action.
Mm,
Well, I mean,
okay.
he's already had his turn.
All attacks
Yeah.
are considered backstabs.
By a rogue.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
stunts are
that'd be OP.
And your stunts.
But I
if you
mean, all the
roll
rogues
doubles.
have gone. So.
Where did I cut that from? I mean, I wouldn't have made it up. Like,
Yeah.
I know,
got it
but
from
I
somewhere.
just.
I know, like, I know,
don't
yeah, I know. I do too.
It was either from your armor or like a weapon or something. I feel like that's where it would have came from
Yeah.
if it's not in the book.
So, what kind of weapons do you have?
I have
Or
I
armor?
haven't gotten any special weapons. I got those boots. I have a spider silk cloak that I've had for a while, so it wouldn't be from that. I mean, it could be the boots. That's the thing that I've gotten recently. Like, I swear I thought it was like leveling up.
What magical item did you get from the
The boots.
The boots.
boots? Let me see your sheet.
It would have to be from leveling up. The journeyman degree in the specialization talent you gain at level 6. And that's like the shadow or whatever. And the journeyman in that is you confuse or misdirect opponents, mention enemies. That's so weird. I know what it is. I wrote down the wrong page on my specialization. So I was looking at assassin, and the journeyman for assassin is that, and I don't have that because I got shadow.
Right.
Okay, so that is Nyx, and your save turn, so it's still 15. I'm glad I looked that up.
So wait, what?
It's a 15 instead.
so
of-
Oh, okay, so it's not stunned.
Yeah, so you made the save.
Okay.
Save through.
Okay.
And that, I guess that still counts as an action.
Okay.
Alright. Well, that stinks. That's okay though.
Now we know. So, the next person in line is Arn.
Cool. Alright.
What are you doing?
I have to activate my blood casting thing, but that's just a quick action, so.
So you're gonna cut yourself?
Yeah, probably.
Got
Good
it.
in two
not-
pieces.
My last resort.
No, this is your first resort.
You're right, it really is actually. I should probably make better life decisions.
You chose this.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for mana though.
Oops.
Nope, no mana for you.
No mana.
Where did that even go? I hate my hand. Now it's behind the ledge.
You need
I don't know
help?
where it went. Can't see.
You need help?
Am I? No, I just need to get down and stop being lazy.
I'll get out of your way. Yeah.
Ah.
I think we should pick
So, Lori
assassin.
wins.
Behind two legs.
Two legs.
Merciful.
Okay. 3 damage to myself.
He cuts himself and inflicts 3 damage.
Alright, so it's.
And you hear a slight,
It's like,
I'm not gonna succeed to cast that.
Ow.
What is that? Alright, 6, 7, 11 plus 4 would be 15. That doesn't succeed. So, whatever.
He cuts himself and then tries to, do something awesome, and then nothing. It's just just going down his arm at
what
this
did you
point.
have to beat?
19.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I would get a plus 8 on it.
Oh. Oh, well, that's.
Wait, you rolled shit then.
Yeah, I did.
You
3,
rolled-
3, and a 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
You still got doubles.
You got a 1! Okay. Oh my god.
Recast.
That would be a 4. So, okay.
I obviously just need to cut myself more.
So he's just got blood coming down his arm.
Segment for later.
It's 50-yard range, you know, like. I'll have to do it. You could leave your dog here. I could use your dog.
God, Sumi's taking a nap. She didn't have to hear that.
Oh, she did move.
2, 4, 6, 10. You know what? No. He will double time
Oh,
that
no,
shit.
see, now I'm having really fucked up thoughts like actually
12,
blood mage. I was
14,
thinking
16.
like having the blood slave to carry around ring with this.
Yeah.
Mad Max style.
Okay, that ends Bray's turn. Which now it's Granite's turn, finally.
Okay. Okay, question.
Sure.
It doesn't list, like, speech in here anywhere as an action on your turn.
Right, it's just speaking. You
So
can
it's just
speak.
like a free action. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I wanna roll and intimidate is my thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that says you can't.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I just wanted to okay that with you before I did it. Alright. Okay, so for Granite's turn, she's gonna move and attack. Oh, wait, where?
You just can't monologue for like an hour.
yeah. No.
Filibuster the waiver.
No, you cannot filibuster the waiver.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What's right in front of this guy?
That was the bottle on the counter.
Oh,
He's doing the. She's doing the intimidate.
You're so
Good job.
intimidating. You're so intimidating.
Okay, and then she's gonna attack.
You were awful. I love you, but no.
19 to hit.
Yes.
Really, you can use aim every single turn.
Yes.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Yeah, that's
Okay, and then I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a minor action to change my weapon, and I'm gonna pull out my battle axe and my shield.
Okay.
And then I'm going to taunt the wyvern. Or I'm
What
gonna
does
intimidate it.
what does it have to defeat?
For intimidation?
Yeah. What's the converse of that? Is it another cunning check? Is it?
I'm not sure. Major strength. Okay, my goal here is
Willpower.
just to taunt it. That's all I want.
Willpower?
I would say it'd be willpower.
You're
Okay.
basically just trying to art.
Because there's
Right.
courage.
Yeah, there's courage under willpower, so okay. That makes sense.
My intimidate goes, Oi! You! That's all it's got to it. I rolled with all of my bonuses, an 11.
Okay. So, hey! You!
And the bird flies off.
Pretty much.
And then I'll take my main action to attack with my battle axe.
Okay.
It's okay. So we gave you the saddest look. You were still very intimidating.
It's just like I was sleeping and then I woke up.
No, it's okay. It's so hard being a Sumi, huh?
My favorite part, when Christine pulled up, Sumi looked out the door, then turned off and walked away, and then Christine walked in and she walked back over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 to hit, so it hits. And then I'm going to use a lethal blow to do an extra 2d6.
Okay, cool.
Or no, wait. How much damage do I do with a battle axe? 2d6, yeah. Can I have one die? Okay. 15 damage.
15 damage?
That you needed. You already.
Yeah. Ernie was quick.
And it was a 1, so
Yeah,
it
it
didn't,
was a 1.
didn't help any.
Yeah.
Plus 1 damage.
Plus 1.
Well, it's one more damage than she would have had.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it for my turn.
Okay. New girl. She lets out this monstrous cry.
You
Well-
said new girl, she's sort of staring you down.
Gosh.
It's like,
Sim,
what? Nude good girl. I'm
New
a good
girl?
girl.
You are a good girl. Yeah, you are a good girl. But you're not a new girl.
Does that mean I get a biscuit?
Does a new cook get biscuits? She better not get biscuits.
It's like,
You
wait,
getting biscuits?
you're getting biscuits. I'm with you.
She's going
That's
over
all
the
that
biscuits.
She lets out a cry before she goes to attack.
She's stealing her intimidation idea.
No, she actually has something called war cry.
Oh.
I was actually gonna say war cry just to kind of be a smart ass, but Grant knows, right?
Yeah, that means the Wyvern gets a -1 on attack rolls next turn.
Woo!
Oh, it's
So-
kind of like my shadow mode that I always forget to use.
Yeah, so yeah. I am not rolling well for NPCs.
Well,
That's good because the dragon's an NPC.
That is true, but you also have 3 NPC helpers
Unless we
now.
could charm the dragon to join us.
So you're saying
Can we
that
conscript the wyvern?
Dragons are intelligent creatures.
Hold on, I'm seeing how intelligent.
But the conscription's not magical, it's more like a human agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all the human
Other than the-
governments got together and were basically like, yeah, you Grey Wardens, we kind of need you. You can kind of take whoever you want.
Yeah,
A little
but then they start doing
communication, like
voices.
check against the wyvern,
Do it, yeah.
like convince it to like join us. That'd be awesome. We had a wyvern as an NPC.
Oh my god.
Look how cute it is!
This is all going around everywhere with that thing.
We would we would own everybody, and Amy would hate us.
We wouldn't even need a
You're
mount
right
at
right
that
now.
point. We wouldn't need a mount or a cart. We could all ride on the wyvern at once.
We
and
wouldn't even need
strap
money
something
because
onto
once
be
the
like
wyvern
that-
showed up, everybody would just flee.
it. Empty the
And the
town.
coolest part, when we get our griffins, we can all fly around together.
I don't think that wyvern has wings.
Oh, it doesn't? It didn't have wings?
I don't think it
That
did in
looks
the
like
book.
wings to me.
Does it?
Yeah,
I like how it glanced when it went by in the books, but like
it does, but they're like
They're like maybe fly like a chicken, or maybe
chicken wings.
Yeah, I mean, its wings don't look big enough to hold it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it looks like it soars from maybe higher
Yeah.
places down and swoops.
Glad. Yeah.
Because swooping is bad. So, yeah, she goes to attack,
I'll swoop off a mountain.
and you caused it to turn and look at you, so then just go. And she's like, miss. So, we are at the top of the initiative. Yeah. With
Lori!
no.
Oh, the Dargan.
Durgan.
Mm-mm,
Uh-huh.
mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
No.
Are you
The
sure?
wifey.
Yeah?
Wifey.
The Dargan attacked first last time.
Suddenly
Are
the
you
sun comes
sure?
out and blinds the
Yeah.
wyvern.
The sun comes out and blinds the.
Use your plate of feeding! Is it a shiny, like, chrome platter? Like, shine the light in its eyeballs.
Reflected off your shield.
We could just feed the wyvern.
Oh
Is the
my
wyvern hungry? Is that what it is?
Is there, like, a button on the plate for, like,
I do
meat
have
only?
empathy.
I do have empathy.
Let's see. I feel like I'm about to get attacked.
Okay.
Stirring the feelings and emotions of others.
I love the talking when we're in the middle of a battle, because all I can imagine is that, like, while we're fighting, we're all sitting here, let's conscript it! It's a dragon! What are you talking about?
Does it have wings? Yeah, I think so.
Well, this don't really look big enough to fly! Look at
I imagine like, does it have wings? And like get smacked in the face like with the
What
wings.
are you
Yeah, I think it has
doing?
wings.
Well, the lady's just like, what the Lord's just like, you'll get used to it.
If you survive.
Oh, I should have used poison. I'm like, gosh, I'm terrible.
If it makes you feel any better, do you know what class I picked as my, like, archetype thing? Berserker. Do you
Right.
know how many times I've gone
Yeah,
berserk
none.
in combat?
I don't understand why you played barbarians.
Yeah, I know,
This
because
is
you
the
forget
common
it all the
the sword.
freaking time.
No, I was thinking about it at the beginning of the combat, right before combat started. I was like, I'm gonna berserk as soon as my round starts, and then every time I just forget. Yeah.
I'm like, I've my shadow mode makes it harder to hit me. which, like, for the
Yeah.
most part, my armor kind of, like... I mean, my defense is 19. But, like, I get a +1 to attack rolls against me if I go into shadow mode. It's like... I mean, I might need it someday. I don't know.
One day, when you're fighting the archdemon.
Go into shadow mode so it doesn't kill you.
Should have been an assassin.
Should have been an assassin.
It's cool.
So 8, 10. Yeah, okay. And then she's got that much armor.
So who's it attacking?
The one who war cried at it.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
That's a little more intimidating than an oi!
Yeah, it's more intimidating than an oi! For 2 points of damage.
Well, I mean, I rolled 2 1s and a 3. I feel like that's, you know, how that intimidate would have played.
Then it's Velker's turn. He can maybe backstab this turn. Yes. Let's see if he can. Stealth versus perception.
You know, I just realized
What?
we were stuck between a wyvern and an evacuating city of the Darkspawn.
Yeah. We need to redirect the wyvern toward the dark spawn.
Perfect.
Problem solved stuff.
Perfect.
Oh, what is with you if problem solves itself? That's not the first time I've
Smarter,
heard this.
not harder.
Smarter, not harder.
Problems that solve themselves.
Yeah, that fire elemental is just a problem.
It would have solved itself eventually. Burnt out.
Is it still raining?
Damage. Velker hits and deals damage
Yay.
with his Morningstar.
Woo!
Club it in the kneecaps.
Pretty
Well,
much, yes.
A split second, I was like, who's Velker? Like half of, like, not even half
Sir
of
Lawrence!
Not even half of a second, but like just like a quarter of a second. I'm like, who's, oh.
The first time she said it, I did it.
Yeah, I was staring at the board like,
I was like, Bray.
I was like, maybe it's that guy. Oh wait, that's not him.
Who is that guy?
I think I probably,
Staring at the wrong
And
side.
what's he doing back there? Cutting himself, staring at the trees.
Yeah! Cutting himself staring at. That's precisely what he's doing, actually.
You guys just don't understand the complexities of magic.
I do. Phrase just like I do.
Well, you understand.
I'm glad you're about, 30 feet away? Yeah. I can actually nullify magic now.
That's good.
That's good. He can do something. If this thing had magic attacks.
Something's more than I can do,
That burn to yourself. You should apply balm.
That's funny. I think you'll land at least one spell this combat.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't.
At least both your knees are still well functioning.
True. True. Gert?
I could very, very, very easily land a chain lightning because I don't want to land a chain lightning.
Yeah, because that would hurt.
That's not good.
See all the
I can
targets?
make it not jump.
4,
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I just spend extra mana to make it
5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8,
I
9,
misunderstood
10,
there. I thought you were gonna like fry us all.
11. Nope.
jump. I'm just being
So,
stubborn and wanting to
Gert
upload
swings and misses. This is going well.
oh boy.
Verda, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna,
He swung for
I'm
that
gonna try
wing.
backstab.
Okay.
I was thinking about
And
my
you
food.
said that's stealth versus perception, right?
Yep, so it's perception.
Cool. Alright.
Which is
8,
amazing.
6,
Cut off a wyvern wing and fry it up.
20.
7,
20
8,
stealth.
9, 10. You said it was 20?
20 stealth.
20?
Since I rolled doubles, even though I didn't hit,
Oh, and I rolled doubles.
I want to take defensive stance. So I get a +2.
Okay, it got 19, so you're good.
Cool. Okay. Can I do anything with doubles? Let's see. That would. Oh, I can mighty blow. Okay.
Mighty blow.
So that's 2.
I love
Oh wait.
roll.
And then
plus
extra.
the backstab.
Yeah, you get
Cool.
an extra d6. So 12.
I love the role playing stunts. I really, really do. They crack
9.
me up.
Oh, 9 plus 10, 11, 12, 13, 16.
16.
Grab my sword. Stuff.
You backstab the
There
women.
was one that was really. Oh yeah, we get some stun silence. You are so impressive that you leave all of those who witness your display completely dumbfounded and unable to speak.
Arn, you want to cut yourself again?
Yeah, I do. Wait, it's only
So
one
excited.
No.
You got it.
It's 3.
That's a 3. Is that good?
It's 3 mana.
Oh.
So he
three
cuts his-
mana. Oh, I got all excited.
I take 3 damage and get 3 mana.
Yeah.
So
He basically robs to fill the other.
yeah. Okay. You're a warlock. Okay, I understand this. Thought you were gonna.
Oh, good
Yeah,
roll.
that's gonna hit something.
It's 23 success.
Okay.
He rolls constant against, I think it's 14.
Against 14.
Yeah.
That's lame.
I agree.
Yeah, he makes it.
Okay, it still takes 2d. Wait, no, 1d6? 2d6. 2d6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's 15 damage.
15 damage.
And you
Okay.
get doubles with the...
And what
Yeah.
exactly did you cast?
Hemorrhage, so he bleeds from his eyes and his ears and his
Yeah,
nose
yeah,
and
yeah.
his mouth.
Nice.
Blood starts dripping from the eyes, the anus, the
So I wasn't
Oh
gonna
my
include
God.
that one, but
It's infected with something.
It's where
mouth.
Lawrence just happened to stab him.
I subtracted 13 health last time instead of 3.
That's
So I subtracted my mana from my health.
You didn't even have that much health.
Yes, man,
Oh man.
that hurts.
Nah.
Wait.
That's gotta sting real bad for Josh when he played and he rolled with us. And like 4 levels in a row, he rolled a 1 for his health.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We all had like 60, 70 health and he had like 40.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
And then you kept throwing swords at him.
Yes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he said, "Throw me the sword."
He literally asked me to throw him swords. He asked me to throw him through a window. Well, he didn't ask me to. He asked somebody else to. But I just did it for them. Like he asked for everything he got.
Yeah.
Josh is about to just be shaking his head. And like, you don't understand sarcasm.
Nothing goes over my head.
So Percival Bray swung and hit the creature. And now it is your turn.
She's doing it on purpose. Percival.
Percival. Yes, Percival.
Okay,
Lawrence does call... Doesn't he call Bray Percy?
Yeah, Percy.
it's been a little while.
Yeah.
Granite's gonna attack.
I didn't make up a rap.
13 to hit.
No.
Okay, and then I'm going to roll an intimidation again.
Oh. Gonna continue to try and intimidate.
I rolled the exact same thing.
Hey, did you berserk?
No.
It's a free action, so I'll take that after I fail at this intimidation.
Oh, well, I mean, I probably failed. What did you get?
Altogether an 11 again.
Wait a second. So that's 4.
This is intense.
I just rolled the same thing.
Got a 9.
The dragon died though.
I did roll doubles with a dragon die. Hold on, what
See?
can I do with 1 point to a dragon?
You get 2
Because
points.
Oh, I get 2 points.
I rolled 1, 1, 2. I am not rolling well.
You probably also have gotten like discounted or special stunts for your character. I know I have. So you might if you've written those down.
Huh?
Do discounted stunts.
Yeah, like I have
Yeah.
discounted stunts. So you might have some.
Yeah, I can
discounted
threaten with
stunts.
1 skill point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Threaten?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll just do bon mot. You tag the perfect witty remark on the end of your action, affecting all those who hear it much more deeply. If you can't think of one, the rest of the players and the GM will brainstorm options and you choose among them.
Word of your wit is likely to spread for good or ill.
Oh my gosh.
What is the point of that stunt?
It's just the tag on a witty one-liner.
Yeah.
You get known for witty one-liners.
Hey, your brother was a lizard!
I like that one. There you go.
Your brother was a lizard. Oh my god.
That's good.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm gonna yell. Yeah.
Your
That's
bro-
wonderful.
So, what do you intimidate this creature with other than the witty remark at the end?
Same thing as the last one. Oi!
Oi!
Oi! You! Your brother was a lizard!
It's like, huh?
Bring it! I'm gonna attack.
You know, there's
Berserk?
literally a combat stunt called taunt.
I rolled
And threaten.
triples. Do we get anything for triples?
Well, it's just dragon die.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
But you literally have a taunt and threat and combat stunt.
Okay.
That works, I guess.
So it's a 16 to hit. Oh, actually 17 because I'm gonna enrage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2d6.
Did you berserk?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
the
it
rage
is it-
too. Yeah.
Is indeed.
You could have taunted with the combat stuff.
I'll lethal blow again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not that. Shoot. -1 penalty on attack rolls. Casting rolls on their next turn.
16 damage.
Oh boy.
Okie dokie. And now, the lady.
The
The lady.
The lady in
The
white.
new girl.
The new girl.
lady.
Oh my gosh. So, she noticed all you lovely individuals coming to assist. So she activates her rally.
Woo!
Everyone within
I'm not racist.
12. Fine, you don't get it. Everyone within 12 yards gets a +1 to defense, +1 to morale, +1 to courage, and +1 to damage if you're melee.
2, 4, 6.
Oh my god.
You say 6 yards?
12.
Oh yeah, so that hits. That hits everybody.
Except for him.
I'm not taking that +1.
You're not taking the +1 to defense or damage.
Already have a
Yeah,
+2.
this would be like this row round, so that wouldn't hit you.
No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, he's for enough back.
I was gonna move up next round, but I'm good.
The Avatar don't take part in your race row.
Oh my god, guys.
I save slaves. Thank you.
Where is Koo now? Where is he?
He is back at my side.
Well, at least he's well fed there.
I'm well fed now too.
She hits with her halberd.
Ooh, that's good.
But she's dual wielding.
Supposed to be using your imagination anyway.
Imagine it's like a detachable halberd, you know, like you have a sword that connects to the handle, you have a sword on one end and the axe head on the other.
So she's an anime character.
Yeah.
Or Bloodborne.
Or
Bloodborne.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be
yeah.
a good trick weapon here.
Or a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
You have to make it like nunchucks. It has a chain between it and you just start swinging it. Yeah.
This is her taming her Zord right now.
And I am a big fan of the king in Bloodborne.
You know, I
That's
got
my jam.
my PS4 Pro and I haven't played Bloodborne and I realized like a day or two ago that I have Bloodborne and I got a new PS4 Pro. So pretty
Is
excited
it
for that.
enhanced on the PS4 Pro?
I mean, it'll run better regardless. Like, even if I can't use super sampling, I'll still get better
So-
frame rates and
Yeah.
things like that. And all of the Dark Souls, all the Born like Souls games, whatever, they all have terrible frame rates.
I'm not a fan of those games. I just
2
I played
targets.
Bloodborne. I've not played any of the Souls.
I played Dark Souls
3.
2 and 3. And 3, I haven't even beaten the first boss.
Yeah.
I can't kill him.
I tried Bloodborne and I didn't get very far, and then unrelatedly, I watched a Let's Play of. Sorry, this is not related.
I need from you and your dog either a Dex Acrobats or a Constitution Stamina.
Have you just been riding on the back of your dog, taunting this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that way
Dex.
she's eye level.
Okay. You should
Okay.
have thought about your dog before you taunted it.
I should have. No, Granite. Actually, it might be bad, depending on how much damage this dragon does, because Granite doesn't have a lot of health. Okay, Dex saves for both of us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was rolling for the dog first. I'm gonna roll for me first.
Can you do that?
I mean, if she didn't tell us.
I know.
Yeah. I know, I'm bad.
She did.
I know.
How much?
For me? I have writing, but you said it's not a writing, you said it's an acrobatics check.
Mhm.
So it would be 10.
10? Okay.
And then for the dog,
Is that better than 2 1s?
13.
13? Both of you are poisoned.
I don't have an antidote or anything like that.
You suffer a -4 to dexterity for the rest of the encounter.
Yeah, so if it
At
tries to
least
hit
you're
me
not a
again,
rogue.
I'm gonna have to make a dex save, and if I fail, it'll knock me off the mount.
And for the rest of the encounter, and drop to 0 health after a number of hours equal to 1d6 plus Constitution.
I have a lot of con, but I'm gonna die.
I'll just my plate of feeding. I'll get some pomegranates and get all those antioxidants in there. It'll be fine.
I just keep eating until we find stuff, something that heals me.
Maybe if we poison you again, it'll like cancel it out.
That sounds perfect. That sounds like a
yeah,
brilliant
no,
idea.
there's like an actual. I can't remember what disease it is, but they introduce another disease to you in order to kill that one off. Like, I want to say it's like dengue fever or something, maybe.
That's
Like they force you to have a really high fever, and it kills off the other thing that you had that's really bad, and then you get cured of that one. I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to look it up now because I'm really curious. I say dengue fever just because it has fever in the name. I don't even fucking know what dengue fever is, to be completely honest.
It's a minimum of 1 hour. So even if you roll pretty bad,
You have an hour.
yeah, you at least have an hour.
Let's hope this battle doesn't take 100 rounds.
It does. I think we're all dead.
Okay. I'm prepared.
But you need to. Don't you need to
Yeah, you need to roll 1d6. And then plus con.
That's what that's their damage.
That's how many hours
Okay.
until dead.
Is that a 6?
10.
10 hours.
What about the dog? A lot less.
My dog's gonna die in 4 hours.
4 hours. So 10 hours and 4
Well,
hours.
the dog is smaller. It's kind of realistic. Makes sense. What?
The Mabari hound is smaller than the dwarf.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like we'd be comparable if I got on all 4.
Oh.
It might just be bigger. Like, look at that. Come on.
You're just gonna start seeing dwarves running around on all fours. You're gonna confuse everybody, think they're dogs, and then all of a sudden they all just stand up at once and they've got axes in both hands, and then it's like...
And this is where the werewolf lore came from.
Like the whole army like has the war cry of like roof, roof as they pound their axes on the ground, you know.
Have you seen the new Black Panther?
Mm-mm.
There's like a guerrilla sect in Black Panther that they do something similar when they're doing their like war
yeah.
march thing. They make like, I forget what the noise is.
They basically grunt at you like gorillas.
Yeah, but it was really really similar. That's why I was asking.
Does a 14 hit?
Me?
E.
Yes.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
That was just its stun. I didn't think it would hit.
Wah, wah,
My defense isn't high. She's the only one with a really high defense.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
So 17 damage.
Okay.
I have decent armor though.
Yeah, I mean, I have decent armor. That doesn't really do that much to me. It only does 7 damage, but still.
Okay. It is Mr. Lawrence's go.
So yeah, you gotta face the right direction.
Hmm?
You should probably face the right direction.
Oh, good job! You see him now.
You laugh, but I've probably done the most damage to him, other than like the NPCs.
You make me
I got
laugh.
16.
Okay, you're right. I didn't know that. She's the only other one cooking up. What'd you do? How much damage did you do?
16 my last hit, and then like 11 the hit before that.
two
And my
damage?
dog hit once and did like 6.
Like 2 damage?
My dog's about to die. This isn't a time to joke.
That's 4 hours. That's not about to die, and it doesn't even die. It just passes out.
God's trying to concentrate.
Okay. He does not backstab.
When I get massive blood, we have to stop killing people. We just need to hit them till they're unconscious. Question me how soon that goes first.
But he doesn't.
He's gonna get back.
So he attacks and does some damage. Next in line is Gerd.
Yay.
Get it.
Hit it.
Get
Triple threes. 3, 6, 9 plus 6, so 15.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And stumble!
those star points.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 straight damage.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Oh, God.
I've already changed the hit points, so if you do something else for more damage, please just give me the damage.
I like that second weapon she's using. Is that an axe?
Mhm.
Can I?
Yeah,
No.
go for it.
I love her.
Then I'll do Mighty Blow
Mighty blow.
for an extra 1d6.
Okay.
2. And then I will attempt to not get prone.
What do I have to roll against that?
It doesn't say.
+1 bonus to the attack roll.
There's a hair.
Making.
I can't get it.
There's the boat.
I can't get it.
Oh, sorry. I was going to get towards you under the table. I was trying to be sneaky.
Did I get it?
Stealthy.
You got it? Do you want to look at it, Christy?
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Not prone.
Yes.
109.
I also really like the fact that she's dual wielding different weapons.
Yes.
Yeah. My character in our Pathfinder campaign was a dual wielder. It was very fun.
Yeah. Hmm.
I dual
Several
wielded.
places.
Yeah, it's all the same,
Okay, so you just knock it prone.
I guess.
Okay. The wyvern is prone.
I mean, it works. You can do that in like Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Yee.
So everybody gains a +1 on attack rolls.
Yes.
Nice.
And prone characters cannot run and must use a move action to stand up.
Ferta, it is your turn.
I'm going to backstab again. Let's see. My
Nice and green
shadow
energy.
mode is an activate action.
Okay.
Does that? I'm not really sure what that means. Does that mean I can still attack, or is it like my? Is
Yeah,
that-
you can still attack. It's just an action. You have to deactivate it, though.
Okay. I will activate shadow mode, which means I get +1 to stealth and -1 to melee and ranged attacks against me.
Okay.
So let's see. 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 stealth.
Where's the priest?
For backstab.
The priest.
I don't think. Yeah. Okay, you do it.
And
Well,
then,
now he's a priested in. But he's always
I
been a
don't think I got
priest.
doubles, but I forgot to look. Oh, well. Okay, so that's
You get the
2,
backstab, and then the +1 to damage.
Oh, boobs. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10,
10.
Yeah.
No. 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 This guy looks really bad. Just letting you know. Arm's turn!
In that case, I won't move up. Show that.
You can.
I'm gonna hit with lightning. But not chain lightning. I won't make it chain. Eventually.
Good, because there are no other enemies.
16, so that's successful. Well, it takes 13. It makes a con stamp save. Like, apparently every flipping thing I have does.
Okay.
Feels like a curse.
Yeah.
Con stamp save.
For, what's the save?
14.
Okay, it definitely makes it. So.
I don't know why I rolled. Well, I'll keep that one since I rolled 3 die for some reason.
You should have just re-rolled to
I-
die instead of picking and choosing and making
Look, I
yourself feel bad.
I didn't. I confused myself. I'm trying to do math and I took off numbers and whatnot. But anyways, it's 10 penetrating damage actually.
10 penetrating damage. The worm just jolts as electricity goes through it, and then it just collapses, kind of fried.
Ha! I killed it. Talk about me looking the wrong way. I'm the one who killed it.
And that's what you hear from Orin all the way in the back.
Just because you threw a rock to get experience doesn't mean you did all the hard work.
I made it bleed out of all of its orifices, and then I electrocuted it. Because you know what blood is? It's an energy conductor. He's full of it. All he needs is an outlet.
Bada
He wins the award for miscongeniality.
Quoting that.
Yes.
I killed it.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many times per day I can use chain lightning. I have like everything written down, but I don't remember how to use it.
No, I can remember all that stuff. I'm just write page numbers and then I prefer them to be.
No, this was for the staff that I got.
Let's see. Yeah.
That all kinds of stuff. Does different damage, does different casting.
Yeah. I think it was 3 per day.
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
300?
3! 3! Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. How'd you manage to get yourself into a spot like that?
That's what I do. I hunt dragons.
Very cool.
That's an awesome job.
Didn't seem to be doing that well by yourself.
I just engaged it.
And it smacked you and you didn't seem to be mad.
No, it didn't hurt that bad. No, seriously, it really didn't hurt.
She's
Yeah, she's baby.
What's your name?
Alexa.
Alexa. I'll write that in my book, Alexa. What you did, Alexa?
Alexa, kill the dragon.
Alexa, what type of dragon
It's a wyvern,
is this?
isn't it? Not a dragon?
Yeah, it's
Right,
fine.
okay.
That's wyvern. Thank you, Alexa.
This can't be good. We have 2 ways now. Alex. Excuse me.
Can she be like double A? You know, because it's like Alexa.
She does have 2 A's in her
starts
name.
with an A and ends with an A. Like,
That could work, yeah. Could work.
Double A.
Meanwhile,
Think so.
Alexa's like,
and now
We're adopting her, right?
right. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, but now we have a party of AAA.
triple.
AAA, yes.
Called-
What are you people talking about?
He gives people nicknames.
Fascinating.
I just kind of assumed you're joining us.
Oh,
What do we do with the dragon? Wyvern thing.
well, I'm gonna cut off its head and take it home.
Where's home?
Pretty good idea.
Navarre. City.
Is that where we're heading?
Yes.
We're heading. Oh, we are heading
take his like hide and make like a coat?
If you would like, I just need its head.
What if you can make some cool armor out of that?
You have to give it to the guy who follows us everywhere.
You're not feeling well.
She's a
You're feeling
monster
very
hunter.
slow.
Yeah, I mean, if she if she hunts wyverns, she would be the one to have antidote.
Is it a
I'm
Rathalos?
gonna use my water skin to wash the poison off of me and my dog, and then when I realize that doesn't make me feel better, ask her about it. Well, because the thing spit up on me, that doesn't mean my character's automatically gonna go, I'm poisoned.
It's like, I just might feel like icky.
Yeah, I just feel gross.
Feel my health points slowly deteriorate. It's one of those things.
But yeah, while she butchers the dragon.
Yeah, she just kind of takes out a sword, just.
If we did skin it, would that be like, what kind of check would that be, or would that just be like a hey, we skin one?
I feel like Dex.
There's a crafting dex.
Because I mean, that could make some cool armor.
I gotta tell you guys, you don't want me to skin
A
that
light blade dex, maybe.
Okay.
Well, I'm out.
Light blades. Oh, no, I do have light blades.
thing. She's the one there. You're the chosen one.
You're the chosen one.
With that one I see from here.
That's a 1,
1, 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3.
So 12.
She's like, I got this, guys, and starts scanning this thing.
Sweet.
As Alexa's just.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it was already bleeding.
Yeah. You haven't heard of the Pendergast family, have you? Okay, good.
Do you get paid to go on hunts such as these, or do you do them for the glory of it?
Let's just say it's a family thing.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's needlessly vague.
Well, I mean, lore-wise.
I'm not asking, just saying. Just point out the obvious. It's vague. Yeah.
Cassandra said plenty about it in Inquisition because she's a Pendergast.
It's been a long time since I don't remember things.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna let her finish butchering.
Yep.
Let these two finish butchering.
Who's butchering it? You.
Anybody hungry?
Biscuits and bread.
Help the plate.
Wyvern, though.
I'm not.
Cooked wyvern. Like, why are we not taking this opportunity? That's what I'm curious about.
Because its flesh is poisonous. Its bite is poisonous.
Well, if you cook the flesh, it may not be poisonous.
No, it's still poisonous.
Have you tried?
My brother did. Now he's special.
Seems to me just
It's a wyvern eater.
we have Griffin eater and a wyvern eater.
Hey,
Griffin.
didn't it bite you?
Yeah, I'm not feeling good at all. Is there anything we can do about that?
Oh, yes. Where is my pack? I came from this direction. She just kind of trots off into the woods
I'm gonna follow her.
for a moment, and then it's just like,
You can just wait.
I'm gonna follow her.
under this bush. And she pulls out this huge bag and just, it's like, ha. Antidote kit. This should take care of all of your poisonous needs.
Okay. Do I need to do anything with it? Just drink it, or what is it?
Yes, drink.
Okay. I'll drink one and then go give my dog one.
Because your dog's looking wimpy. Very wimpy. Very, very wimpy.
You could probably eat a small amount of wyvern per day and build up your immunity to its poisons.
I mean, technically, yes. That's the same with most poisons.
You should be cooking and eating it.
If you want to take some, you can take some.
Take a small amount of wyvern and eat. Cook, eat later.
It's not that
How are you
good.
gonna get more? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you'd
You'd have to like take a bunch of it and dry it
I'm just
into
planning on
wyvern
eating
jerky.
it to see
Ooh,
what
wyvern
happens.
turkey. There you
But
go.
it'd be spicy.
I just was just gonna see what happens when you eat the damn thing.
Extreme
I wasn't-
diarrhea.
Extreme. Food poisoning for 4 days.
You died of dysentery.
Extreme
God.
Should have
dysentery.
replaced that broken yolk.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all your fault.
Well then, I'll be taking this. You guys have a good trip.
Pleasure.
Alright, I'm gonna follow her.
I mean, we kind of have to anyway.
Same way.
We are
Yeah.
headed the same way.
So we all group up on the wagon and take off.
Would you like help carrying that? We have a cart.
Oh no, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I think Alexa's a bit of a lone wolf.
Well, see, what she didn't realize is that she didn't join us, we were gonna join her, so.
She's kind of boned either way.
She like just keeps kind of looking over.
Just give her a weird smile every time she does. Hey.
I see. Okay.
Oh yeah, we follow her home.
Pretty much. Pretty much. You follow her to the city gates in Navarra City. Guards just like, Alexa, you found one! And it just keeps on going.
Wait, now hang on a second. We helped kill the thing.
Yes! I figured that was why you were following me.
No, we were just.
We happen to be heading to Navarra.
Alright.
It was our thing. It was our what's it called? Destination. There you go. Sorry, I had a little bit of ale earlier.
A little bit.
We're celebrating on the way to Navarra.
That's just the
I'm a
stroke.
dwarf. We fight better.
It's just a stroke.
It's just. It's funny.
Did you eat some labor? I mean, is that what's gonna happen?
I'm sure. Maybe. You'll find out.
Maybe
okay?
we should conscript her.
I
No.
agree.
Let us not conscript the random person.
Conscript everyone.
Look at her. She looks like she could do quite a lot of damage to some darkspawn.
Why do we need to conscript her though? We're not really following the Grey Warden.
We are Grey Wardens going to fight darkspawn.
Sorta.
Like you can't mispurpose us there. We are Grey Wardens going to investigate a cult that is linked to the darkspawn.
We
Word
heard the
wise.
base instead of
Rogue Grey Wardens going to go hunt down some darkspawn.
Yeah, rogue Grey Wardens. Would rogue Grey Wardens really go about conscripting people? Curious.
They didn't take away our right of conscription.
They did not.
We're like the
Okay.
the cops in the movie. It's like I play fast and loose by the rules, but I put down bad guys like it's nobody's business.
It's right. We are.
Oh my god, you're right. Besides, you guys didn't technically get caught.
Yeah, we didn't really get kicked out.
No,
That's what I've
we
been saying the whole time.
And we could go
Like,
back at any time.
We're fine. Nobody.
Just Lawrence can't go.
Yeah, exactly. He would hang out with our stuff and drink ale. He'd be fine. He'd be happier than we'd be.
It's true.
It's true. So true. Are you trying to find a base for her? Okay.
Have you ever been conscripted before?
Excuse me?
I didn't really stutter. Have you ever been conscripted before?
Into my father's army, yes.
Have a much
Much better.
much better offer.
Let me go deliver this to my father first.
Yeah,
Was in the know.
see.
How big of a city is Navarra City?
Quite huge. It rivals Valor Royale.
Okay.
So bigger than your normal Ferelden city.
We're technically in Navarra now.
Yes.
Okay.
You're Navarra City.
Does Navarra speak its own language?
Yes.
Navarran. Okay, so we're probably not gonna be speaking to anybody other than like merchants and tavern owners because we won't speak the language.
I'm looking. No, they actually speak trade.
Okay. Okay, well, let's just follow her to her house.
And a different variation of Orlesian, but mostly trade.
Okay. Orlesian.
Orlesian French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, baguette. Croissant.
I've been learning French, and the epitome of what I can say is I'm a red apple.
Je suis. Rouge.
Pomme.
Pomme.
That's the majority of what I can say in French. You're oui,
Je
oui,
suis
baguette.
un banana.
The only thing I remember from my French class in high school was my teacher talking about like, there's like a pet name, like, like, oh, hey babe, like, if she's right, they have a pet name. It's Mon Petit Chouchou, which is my little cabbage.
Yeah, cabbage. Chouchou.
Yeah, I'm so glad that's actually right. I was like, it's so weird.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like, she had to have been trolling us, but she didn't sound like she was.
No.
Petit Chouchou.
Like minions talking to each other.
Well, the minions do actually speak other languages.
I know they do.
They'll routinely speak Spanish and stuff like that.
I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I know. And then they like throw in English and stuff.
I mean-
but I don't know. French sounds a lot like minionese.
To us, that's probably what the dwarven language sounds like anyway. So
I don't know. I always thought that it would be more like Germanic.
Yeah, Germanic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because
More angry sounds.
I'm so angry.
because for all it's technically the British Isles, which the barbarian Germanic tribes invaded Avar.
I feel like I feel really
Anglo-Saxons.
Dragon Age racist or like classist. I'm not sure.
Okay, are you racist or classist?
I'm not
Yeah.
like it's like people class, like hierarchy, because it's like I feel like anybody who speaks primarily trade tongue is of the lower class in the Dragon Age world. So, but that's immediately what I thought when you said they speak trade tongue. I was like, oh, so they're not really anything.
They're a settlement made by other people,
I know,
which is why they
exactly.
speak trade and Orlesian.
Yeah.
Because they were probably
But
settled
see, I give them a
originally by
little bit more
Orlesian.
credit because they do speak Orlesian, so they know they're not too bad.
They're not too bad. Orlesian's the worst. Right
Well, I
under
just meant
Teventer.
that they speak another language that isn't trade tongue, so. What?
There is no furled knees.
Freldenese.
It's just trade.
Yeah, you trade there and that's it.
Well,
Bunch of common.
Orlais did invade for a while, so there's probably a few factions of Orlesian, but then it's probably at that point it's just like, oh, you're a traitor. You speak Orlesian. Are you putting a base on her? Is it based? It is based.
Based.
Yeah, there we go. We have a base. For Alexa.
Just beautiful. So warrior princess.
Did you know they had wireless Alexas?
Well, she doesn't have any wires on her, so she is wireless.
Hopefully she's more useful than the actual Alexa.
You people still following me?
Indeed we are.
Okay, just making sure.
Hey Alexa, can you tell us about Navarro?
The fun.
Oh, lovely.
Let's see here. It's been around since 168 before Andros died. It was settled by the Teventer Imperium for a bit. We've had an influx of legions, but we're mostly known for our art and our festivals. We usually have festivals year round.
I like this place.
We're way better than I thought.
Not a party. Is
see,
Hunter's
last party
Hall
town we went
in
to.
Navarra?
It's on the edge.
The last party town we went to was the beginning of our death.
That's not true. The last party town we went to, we got a lot of cool stuff and
I was
played
talking
defeating.
about Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
Party town.
That party town.
Dude, after that party town, I lost 3 halflings. 3.
Would've
To
lost all
grass.
3 of them there.
To grass. Yeah, that's right.
To grass.
I was allowed to kill one of the damn things.
My favorite one. Midget the midget.
The one who survived until the
Until she got HP.
Until we ran through the trapped cave, and if I remember correctly, there wasn't even anything in the cave after we made it all the way through the traps. It was like a note saying that what we needed wasn't there anymore.
She got a fireball in the face.
She got fireballed in the face.
Stupid fucking halflings.
And then you know what happens after she gets fireballed? Somebody remembers they have a dimension door. And then the dimension door to the end of the cave of traps.
Whoops.
She died for nothing.
And then you all died for nothing.
And then we died for nothing.
Did you get super glue on you?
Yes.
you are doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
I was gonna be really impressed if you had managed to like do anything with super glue without getting it on yourself, because I sure can't.
Yeah, it's pretty inevitable. I don't understand.
Well, I would have been fine, but the side would bust.
It's always something stupid like that.
You follow her to this gated estate.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Alexa comes from money.
Is her dad Google?
Dad's Amazon.
Oh my god.
We're getting ready to go met Jeff
That's
Bezos.
Echo. What are you talking
Alexa.
about?
Oh, is she Google?
Yeah.
No.
No, Alexa is Amazon.
I thought Alexa was. Who's Windows? Cortana. That's what I'm
Cortana,
thinking of.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of when I made my drone joke. I don't know anything about.
Siri is
Siri is
Siri is
Apple.
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 Google is just Google.
Yeah,
Google
Google
No, they-
Assistant.
yeah, they-
It's Google Assistant.
Yeah. It's
I know, but it doesn't
really
have, like, a
freaking
name.
cool. Have you seen the demo they did for it? Like they have it set up to where you can be like, "Hey Google Assistant, I want a hairdresser appointment on this date and time," and in the background, Google Assistant will make a phone call to that hairdresser, go through the whole conversation with that person, set up your whole appointment date, handle the nuances of the conversation, and then hang it up, and then give you a reminder of your date and time, and where it was and whatnot.
Or
Wow.
if it couldn't get you your specific date or time, it'd get something close as
Yeah,
possible. once they do
Within
that.
like your range, but like it makes the phone calls and speaks for you. Even adds little ums and uhs to its speech, so it seems more real.
Realistic, yeah.
It was really cool because they did a phone call after that one that didn't go ideally. Like, you know, you didn't call and just say, "Hey, we want to schedule this appointment." They were like, "We don't do that." You know, like, well, we can only have it on this days and stuff. And the assistant actually was able to navigate through that conversation and still end up scheduling something. It was really, really
That's
interesting.
cool.
It's not cool.
Also begins the
Fucking
downfall
I
of
know,
our
right?
civilization as we know it. But
It's yeah.
You can actually play Skyrim on Alexa.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
people
real
have
thing.
said Alexa play Skyrim and it will play it.
That's awesome. I thought that was a joke.
I thought so too, but then people started reporting that they could play a very special
Download it,
edition
yeah.
on Alexa.
Now, can your fridge download it? That's the question.
That's
Yeah.
a real question.
The Internet of Things. We need Skyrim on all the appliances.
Well, the dishwasher at Lowe's, when I worked there, the whole front end of the dishwasher was a panel.
Yeah, play Skyrim while you're washing dishes.
You scan in your groceries so your fridge creates that shopping list for
Right.
you, but then it adds it to your inventory.
Yeah.
Oh
gosh.
I wouldn't do like. There's so much food that goes bad in our fridge that like I would never throw it away, so it wouldn't like add anything.
I think it would tell you when it goes bad.
It doesn't tell you when it goes bad?
Yeah, I
it's
think
supposed
so.
to create like a whole list of all the ingredients and stuff you have in your fridge, like when you bought it, when you should replace it, like when you need new stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you have to like scan all the barcodes and stuff for it to like load it up into your fridge, and it's really like it seems really excessive.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, and then there's no security protections on it, so then your refrigerator gets used to hack into someplace. And
Yeah, because they have no security on them. Anybody can access it and use its processing power for whatever they want. And
Evil.
Bitcoin.
For Bitcoin.
refrigerators mining Bitcoin. They come custom cooled.
the actual term for it is botnet. when you create a network of robots like that to do things for you. Yeah. They're usually used to
Just
send
I've
out
heard
like
that
spam
term.
emails and stuff.
.NET. I've heard that term.
And then your refrigerator and stuff like that is the Internet of Things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the
Things with
internet.
Bluetooth. If it has Bluetooth, it can.
Like
Take it.
house alarms and your fridge, your dishwasher.
What's that
Your
movie?
printer? I actually think it's an Internet of Things.
Yeah, because it can have Bluetooth.
There's some sort of like murder thriller where like the villain is like a hacker guy that hacks into like
Incredibles 2.
no
Oh, that's
no
not
spoilers.
Yes, it is.
No spoilers.
Saw it last night.
How is it?
We're going to the movies like tomorrow with Aiden. We're doing it.
It's arguably better than 1.
Really?
I'm going to have to rewatch 1 though because Aiden hasn't seen it.
Data needs it in his life.
The Incredibles is so awesome. It's like my favorite.
It is my favorite, probably.
Yeah. I love the family, the puns.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm sorry, I stomped my foot because I got excited. I'm sorry.
You're
Susie.
fine. You're fine. Nothing's happening.
I watched Coco on Netflix and that was cute.
Was that the new
The
one?
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the, yeah.
It was cute. Yeah.
I've actually heard really good things about it. Everybody's
Yeah.
watched it, so it was good.
So yeah, she just continues dragging this werewolf head into this estate. Not stopping.
It's awesome. I guess, yeah, we'll just keep following her.
You keep following her up to the door where she continues. She opens the door and just... Father! Do you want me to drag this in? Yes, it's fine. Just drags it on in.
I'm gonna ask her, do you want us to wait out in the courtyard?
I was
or?
following her.
I know, I'm
already
gonna.
going in.
I was gonna wait. I mean, I was gonna stay on my mount out
I'll
front.
walk past her and go inside and look.
You see tapestries hanging on the wall and these sculptures and vases everywhere.
That's pretty.
As soon as they cast I'm pretty.
She's like looking up in the corner, so it makes it even better. Like
Yeah.
she's staring off in the distance.
Yes. She's like, yes, I am a good dog. I am a pretty dog.
I'm the pretty good dog.
Pretty good dog.
I am,
Pretty, comma good.
I am
Not
the good girl.
I am the good girl.
I am the good girl.
No, you're not. I am.
So yeah, you're about to ask whether you can go in or not, and Arn just like whoop, continues following.
All right.
You guys listen to Welcome to Night Vale? Okay, never mind. There's a really funny plotline about dogs. And they're like evil or something. And there's like a really ominous like the thing that keeps coming up through like the plot line is who's a good boy. And they managed to still make it creepy somehow and
That does sound good.
it's
Creepy puppers. You don't look creepy.
Sad.
I don't remember
Yeah,
the name
you
of
look
the plot line
sad.
except who's a good
What are you doing?
You're a good boy. I know you're a good boy.
Is it like a dining room kitchen area?
You are in the foyer. If you want to go into the dining area to the right.
We'll go to the right.
Okay, you go to the right where there is this long table and these fancy pillow fluff chairs and
There's got to be a door that connects to the kitchen somewhere.
I'm not moving.
yeah, it is.
Okay, going for the kitchen.
You go to the kitchen and you see these individuals in there.
Ah, they have staff.
Yes, they have staff.
They have staff. Alright.
I didn't follow you in.
No, he just wandered off and she's just like
I'll look over at one of the staff members. They have staff.
and
Yeah.
the guy's like, yeah.
I want to hand him the waiver and meat.
You do realize this is poisonous, right?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I was told.
Okay. You want it cooked?
Yeah.
Jeff, we have a piece of wyvern meat.
You can make some sides along with it, so it's not.
We got you. If you want dessert, we can make that too.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're pretty good. I'm cool.
6-course meal coming right up.
Ah, damn, I didn't. Alright.
Waiver 6-course meal.
I'm gonna go pick out a nice chair in the dining room.
Yes.
A nice
It's comfortable. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm out in the courtyard waiting.
Okay, you guys are actually waiting while Arn went in and found a seat and is getting a meal cooked for him.
It was a long trip. We didn't stop at the inn or anything.
Oh, but I have a plate of feeding, so.
That's true.
And Bray has his tankard of filling.
I have staff of feeding, so
Well, that didn't work out for us last time.
So
I mean, it did till someone bashed their face against a tree.
She was crazy a little before that. A lot before that.
It's okay if she's crazy and still feeding us, but she was crazy and then got mad at us.
because someone bashed your face into
But
it.
eventually it was become crazy, feeding us, poisoning us dying.
Because she wanted to return you to nature. For real. Like, she was like one step away from murdering you guys.
Yeah. So they come out with the hors d'oeuvres first. So you have little pieces of fried rayburn with fruits and vegetables on it.
Oh boy, can't wait to get sick.
This looks delicious.
Then you get the soup, which has the meat in it too.
Can't wait for it in all of it.
Yeah, they kind of just like chopped up little pieces and just
This is like dessert pureed wafer.
yeah.
Ew. Gross.
And then you actually get this rather large cooked fish. So something completely different.
Is there
Okay.
fire orb in
Right?
there?
How did they cook this fish? Must have been with steam.
Yeah. They steamed it. And then the salad. Then the main course, which is the rest of the wyvern flame grilled.
It's kind of like a side of antidote. I could see that being a really classy meal. Just, people pay for anything stupid. Eat
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to poison yourself and take the antidote so you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think we just started a business.
High class business.
Well, you know the isn't it fugu fish that like it has to be prepared very very carefully or else it will kill you.
Pufferfish.
Yeah,
Puffer
pufferfish.
fish, yeah.
I think there's more.
Isn't there
than one
fugu
type.
also?
Yeah, I think so.
You look so sad. You look sadder. How is that possible?
I'm stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That was right. He's killing someone. It's okay.
It's gonna be me next month. He's evil. Oh, I know. See, I feel you. I understand. Those evil cats. They're just mean.
She's trying to get close enough to lay her head down
I
on the
know.
table.
No.
This is done.
Oh, it's so sad.
It's sad. It's terribly sad. That wasn't her. And then finally, you get a nice creme brulee.
Yes. I'll eat my dinner.
Yeah. You enjoy it. It is very tasty.
I bet the taste of poison is quite exotic.
Roll a con.
Con what?
Stamina.
10?
10. You're poisoned.
Yeah.
How many hours do you
One
have?
1d6.
6.
Oh.
6 hours.
Plus your con score. So.
Yeah. it's-
Okay. So 6 hours. -4 dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might actually be a -1.
Yeah, probably. If it's past 8, it's -1. Yeah. Okay.
Might be a -2.
Okay. Might be, actually. You don't feel like you can move very fast.
So, am I faster than you now?
Yes.
I thought your knee was fine.
It is.
Oh, okay. I was scared for a second there.
I mean, I only had 10 in dex.
Yeah.
So.
might be a -2. No, it's actually still a 0. It would have to be the 3 for a -2.
Whoa.
5 for -1. So that's a large. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. 0 then.
Yep. 0. You're just not as fast as you used to be.
Very fast anyway.
Welcome to my world. It
So-
happens to the best of us.
So, you guys are waiting out in the courtyard like respectable folk. When Alexa comes back, she's like, in exchange for assisting me with the wyvern, I am to give you 200 gold apiece.
Munched.
I'm not there
Oh, you're not there?
No,
oh, you're on
he-
the courtyard.
Poisoning himself.
He's poisoning himself
for 6 hours.
for 6 hours.
After which he won't be poisoned anymore, technically, but
Yeah, you'd be dead.
It's just unconscious. It's not dead. I have.
It's a dead.
Yeah, con hitting 0 is like dead.
Yeah, Colin
I'll
hits
figure
you.
it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Well, one of the staff comes in and just puts the bottle in front of you and it's just like nods.
I didn't even have to ask.
Oh, they're like, we're not
Wait, what
He's
is
not
it?
killing himself.
Antidote.
Okay.
you should say thank you.
Thank you.
You got like this polite whispery voice.
I got
The voice that never says anything because, she's too appalled by everything else that's going
Okay.
on with the other voices.
First, I'm gonna take a drink of my flask,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put the antidote in my flask,
We said 200 gold?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
and then I'm
200,
gonna
yeah.
drink some antidote.
Yeah.
Messed that math up all bad. Was adding a 3 and a 2. I don't know how you can mess that math up.
So, enjoy your stay in Navarra.
Alright. If you have any other quests you'd like to go on, I would be happy to accompany you.
Well, there,
Is there a flirt check?
I want to head back out to the courtyard.
a
after.
flirt check
Kidding.
with Bray nearby, just like.
Like glaring, that'd be bad.
She just.
There's seduction.
Polyamory!
All the NPCs are bi. And okay with poly.
So it's Dragon Age.
Yeah. Dragon Age 2.
There's like two characters I think that were like one male only relationship and one female only relationship.
In Inquisition, Sarah was lesbian,
Yeah.
Dorian was gay.
Yeah.
Iron Bull had specific taste.
So
think Cassandra
only
was-
was Elben.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that actually, that it was Elven only. I only did one playthrough.
That bastard.
Mass Effect has pretty much been anyone you want, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't think the first game was.
No, because you only had Caden and Ashley.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
And then after that, they were just like, have fun.
Aliens. Aliens.
You want aliens? Here's all the aliens.
Boy aliens. Girl aliens.
We don't know it.
We don't know aliens! Sorry!
That wasn't even know what hole you go in on this one.
No, that was my favorite actually.
I've never. I don't.
Nah, so there was this
I
alien
don't
named
know.
Garrus.
I started
that-
Mass Effect 2.
Real fake holes? I don't
Real
know.
fake-
Real pickles.
.com.
There was an alien that you could seduce, right? And at the very end of it, you're supposed to have like the big sex scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And you go into that and you're like kissing him and stuff, and Garrus says to you, "I don't know how this is gonna work," and you go, "We're gonna find out."
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because Solus tries to give you pamphlets on Turian.
It's funny.
Because it can be toxic to humans.
Hilarious. Is it toxic? Yeah, go ahead.
It's great. So yes, you guys are in Navarre City.
Oh yeah. About accompanying her on missions.
Yes. I heard that there was a specific dragon terrorizing a nearby area. So I'll probably end up taking that soon.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, we'll be staying at an inn in town, and we would love to accompany you.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. And then let's go find an inn.
Without Arn.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
I
could-
can head out after I'm done.
Okay, after you're done your meal,
Yeah.
you see them walking away.
Why are you leaving me?
We're going to the inn
Why?
to go get a room.
Why don't you stay here?
I need to clean myself.
I'm sure
That-
you have a bath.
That was not quite enough
Is
water.
Alexis still here?
She's actually walked back in.
I want to go knock on the door.
Is he really gonna suggest that we stay here?
He's quite pampered for an Avar.
I know, right? From what I've heard about them, they're like brutes who don't like coin
Yeah, they call gold useless
And-
metal.
Am I trying to pay for this room?
and then they like beat people over the head and drag them back to their camp or something.
Only our wives?
Yeah.
Were they your wives before you beat them into?
No, I think that's how they court them.
Something like that. And then you're supposed to like braid the hair and how many years you'll be together and whatnot. And then,
How many years you'll be together?
Yeah.
Is that how many years you're gonna
Avar-
keep them kidnapped?
No, Avar don't.
What do you do after those years are over?
They go back to do whatever they want.
After 10 years of...
Avar don't marriage for life. They like do this weird like thing. I think they like braid their hair together and then
Well-
each knot or some kind of knot thing where each knot, that's what it is. They tie a knot.
Yeah.
Each knot is
You've
how
seen
many
that
years
song.
they'll be together.
And when the song's over, however many knots
There it is.
is how
Supposed-
long they'll be together.
Yeah, you tie knots during the song, and however many knots is how long they're together, and after that, it's not anymore.
Yeah, but in ancient tribal situations, they really didn't do marriage anyway.
Yeah.
They would do like a community thing where whoever was sleeping with a woman when she got pregnant would assume fatherly duties, but that was like every dude she slept with in that time period. So basically the whole village would take care
I
of the
get that,
kids.
but I'm just saying we only knock them out and drag them back when they're our wives.
It's just funny. I'm gonna kidnap you for, let's sing a song, 10 years.
No, it's actually consensual between the tribes.
Mhm.
They
Like
negotiate.
war games.
Yeah, they negotiate it out, and then that's how you prove
Yeah.
you're a man enough for this woman.
Not supposed
Is you
to-
go in and you're
yeah.
supposed to kidnap her.
You're not
right?
supposed to get caught.
Yeah, you're not supposed to
fight
get
your way
caught.
out and
Yeah.
whatnot,
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
the woman.
yeah. Avar are great.
Avar, great.
Avar are extremely misunderstood. We are great musicians, artists.
Artists. They're rappers. Eminem and
You want to get married? Now you gotta be a burglar.
yeah.
Teaching all
You
the
guys are
life
just,
skills.
like well-talented people.
Get back with the wife, and they go, "Dude, nice lift." Or a nice pull. Like, what do they call it? Is it a pull or a lift or? I don't know.
With both.
Both.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Lift is when you steal. I think pull is like something to do with the cash register. Lifting is more for shoplifting.
Yeah, I've always heard lifting in terms of like pickpocketing, actually. Like you're lifting it out of their pockets.
Yeah. Yeah. You just looked at
I
this.
did that
item.
from Ocean's 11. Yeah, that's one. Where
I-
he puts the thing in his pocket. He goes, "Nice lift."
I read a book about a gang of children who stole things.
Peter Pan?
Really close. No, it was an assassin trilogy.
Was it the one by Brent Weeks?
Yes!
Yes.
That one's good.
That was-
That's a
good
really good one.
Yeah, love it.
It's one of my favorite book series, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I like the color one. Yeah, I forget what it's called, but the other one by him, Brent Weeks.
Yeah.
And the color and magic and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I read the first one of that one.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
That was really good too. I really like the assassin one because it was really good world building. In the first book, they don't take you outside of the city because he's a kid, and so that's all
Yeah.
the world building they do is in the city. And then the second book, he leaves the city, and then it's like actual world building with other countries and
Yeah.
civilizations and stuff. And I like that kind of raise into it.
Yeah, I like a good, ascension to, like, start from nothing, attend to great things.
There was a series my sister had me read. It was called A Throne of Thorns, I think. It was a really good series, but the first 150 pages were, this is the king, here are all his children, he has family here, there's a civilization here, this is how they worship, this is what they do, and I spent the first 150 pages just, like, feeling like I was studying
It's the Lord of the
rigorously.
Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings
Bible.
was really bad with that,
Yeah.
too. And the Bible.
Yeah, the Bible's really bad with that too.
The first
Deuteronomy.
time my parents and stuff started trying to get me to go to church regularly. I took it upon myself to try to read the Bible. I mean, it's cool stories anyways, regardless of how you look at it. And it just starts talking about lists of names and descendants.
Chronicles.
And they're like 200 years old, and they
Yeah.
have like these 30 some odd
Descendants,
descendants.
yeah.
That's exactly how the beginning of this book was, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
and then it finally gets to the point where you're a serving boy in the castle, and I was just like, I can't take more of this. I finished reading the series. That's where I got my gamer tag from. Miriam? Yeah.
But you had to go through a history lesson
Yeah,
first.
explains why it's always free. Nobody's made it to the beginning of the book.
The princess doesn't show up until the second book. You gotta make it through the whole first book.
Who's it by?
You would ask me that. Robert
Jordan?
Jordan, I think?
So
No.
Wheel of Time?
That's-
Yeah, that's the Wheel of
that's what
Time
I
guy.
thought.
I was just like,
I read it at the same time I read Robert Jordan. I think it's Brandon something, actually.
Sanderson?
I don't think it's Sanderson.
I was gonna say he's a good writer. I don't
It's
think
too old to be Sanderson. I've read all of
But
Sanderson's
it could be
books.
Robert Jordan if it's old.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, Robert Jordan's that whole era. I would have to have... Can I use your phone?
I
He
think
said it's Throne of Thorns.
Yeah.
I thought you said that it was by him.
Robert Jordan?
Because
I
you
don't
and
think
your
it's
sister
Sanderson.
complained about similar things happening in the Wheel of Time books.
Yeah, where they start explaining stuff forever. Yeah, for the time's pretty bad about that sometimes. I stopped reading in book 4 or 5, and there's 25.
You need to specify book.
But when books are larger than full encyclopedias.
I'm not Prince of Thorns. We all know. Oh, that's not cool. Just pulled up Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence, which is different.
Okay, so how much for a room for a night and for
was-
stabling our creatures?
first, let's get to the person who's knocking on the door.
Oh right, yeah, you're a
So, finally, this individual opens the door, who is not Alexa. It looks like one of the staff. It's like, can I help you? Mr. Pendergrass is not accepting anybody at this current moment.
I was looking for Alexa anyways.
Alexa, she should be busy right now. Tending to her bathing needs.
See, actually, that's what I was going to talk to you, her
Get out
about.
of here.
Anyway. So we helped her kill the Wyvern, right?
Mm.
Could really use a bath.
Mm.
See, we and Alexa are actually really good friends. We had this really
It's like
great
I'm watching
moment
The
after slaying
Office.
the
It's so
Wyvern.
awkward.
One moment, please. As he just closes the door back. You guys are going to
Your
find it.
staff cooked me a meal.
Your staff cooked me a meal.
They seem pretty cool.
Well, to begin with, your staff cooked the wyvern.
I did. It's true.
I stopped thinking about it for a second, and the name of one of the books came to me.
Oh.
So as soon as you found that's a scuba. I think this was it. That's not the cover. I remember Tad Williams.
Cat Williams.
There we go.
Tad.
Tad.
He had like 3 or 4 series that my sister really liked, and that was the first one she had me read. And they're all really long, drawn out books.
Yay.
But he's really
With a
good at
name
world building
like Tad,
and
you
like
don't have
his.
a lot of friends. So.
A lot of time to write.
Oh.
No, he's a good author though. I enjoyed the books once I could get past all of the
Or
yeah.
he wanted to make sure you understood his world before he put you in there.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest, that was probably one of the few books that I've ever gotten to the end of and then regretted ever reading. Because I got to the last book, they've been pumping up this big evil boss
That's so full of hate and malice, and he used to be an elf, and he was tortured and killed, and he's gonna rule over this world and kill everything.
and then the main character goes to fight him at the top of this tower, and they're getting ready to fight it out, and then he says, "It's okay, man. I know you were hurt. I love you." And then the ghost made peace. And that was the end of it.
Interesting.
I would have like burnt that book right
Tad Williams.
Tad Williams. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because I was gonna suggest like, is it Tad Williams? But I thought that was too like, because he's so like that. Takes so long to get into anything. That's really funny. Like I didn't say it. I'm like, Christine, of course it's not Tad Williams. Like, not every slow book is Tad Williams. It's totally Tad Williams. It's so funny. I wish I'd said it. That would have been really funny. Opportunity wasted.
Tad.
I
Tad.
might have actually read the book that you're talking about.
Damn it,
If I was
Ted.
a,
It's called The Dragonbone Chair.
I've read it. I've read that book.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I've
Oh.
used Reddit.
When you said like it opens up on a serving boy, I'm like, that sounds like that one book by Tad Williams.
Yeah, the ending of that series was horrible.
I don't remember. I read the series, but it's been a long time.
Okay, so basically the whole thing was like, it was an elf that had been tortured and all his people had died and he wanted revenge, and at the very end the main character goes up and makes peace with him, and that's how he makes peace with the evil dude's soul, and then like, that's the end of the book. Like, I really liked it, it was really wholesome, but all of me was like, I'm gonna fight.
Well, the main character in that book like is a wimp anyway.
Yeah, he is. The
Which,
first
like-
fight he gets into, like, they
Okay.
try to teach him how to wield a sword for like
It
a
doesn't-
whole book.
Through the whole like he's a pansy through the whole book, and that's kind of what I liked about it. Is like he wasn't a fighter. Like it wasn't the cliche like you are destined for greatness and there's a prophecy about you and you are gonna make these special powers, and then by the third book nobody will recognize your character anymore. You know, like
Every other series.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like in that book, you should have walked up to the big bad guy and then gotten obliterated after he said, "I love you."
I love you, man.
Okay.
And
it
Dr.
was-
Manhattan sends it.
I tried to go back and
And then
reread
had
it
an
because I was
actual
like,
battle.
I tried to go back and read it a couple years later, and I was like, the ending wasn't that bad. You're misremembering it, you know, like you just like skimmed through it because it wasn't very actiony. And then I was like, got through like the first 10 pages of that book, and then I'm like, I can't reread this
Yeah.
again.
He finally comes back and it's just like, you were paid for your troubles.
I didn't get anything actually.
He wasn't there when we got money.
One moment, closes the door again.
If you could just get Alexa.
She is in the wash.
So.
She needs to finish her cycle.
She needs to cycle. Is that a red cycle?
So, finally he comes back. He coin purse.
I would have much preferred a bat.
Drops it. Shuts the door.
These people are rude.
Don't pick up your money.
Yeah.
200 gold. 200 dollars.
They knock on the
difficult,
door
though. Let's
again.
make more
Hey,
gold.
I never got paid.
He just dropped it and it disappeared. Oh.
Nobody asked for your share. Like,
Yeah.
you weren't gonna get money unless
Yeah.
you went back up there and did that
I
anyway.
assumed somebody took it.
No.
Nobody asked.
Nobody asked.
Anyway.
I assumed they would hand it to you while you were inside, not just.
Yeah, in character, that would have been. He'll get paid while he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Or you were getting paid in your 6-course meal.
So,
yeah, that's kind of what I.
Poisoning myself. What are you talking about?
and the antidote.
cut yourself and we go into town and you're poisoning yourself, man.
Do you need to talk?
masochistic. You need a therapist.
Yeah.
Therapy.
Yay for blood magic.
You done with therapy? Yeah, you know me. Sorry.
No, hold on.
Limo.
Oh man.
The rest of you find the Broken Wing Inn, which has this lovely broken dragon's wing as its sign.
Cool.
Yeah.
How much for a night in stabling care for
For
our beasts?
everything. And I mean everything, because this place has it. It's 1 sovereign. So 1 gold.
I was like, a sovereign. Are we moving up now, Amy?
I was like,
Well, I actually just watched someone play it, and it's like, could you spare some coin? And it's like, yeah, I'll give you a sovereign. I'm like, I've been saying it wrong this whole entire time. It's not gold, it's
well,
sovereigns.
it does say GP, so
I know. That's
Gold
what-
sovereigns.
Gold sovereigns.
GT.
I know, but I'm just saying gold sovereigns.
Oh, okay. I was just, I don't know. I thought you were trying to say it means gold sovereigns.
The T is silent. It's kind of like pterodactyl,
Oh
actually.
my god.
so it's like go sovereign.
Okay.
Get the gold sovereign over here.
Okay. But yes, that includes bath, food, stabling, your animals fed and cleaned. Yeah.
They have baths here.
Mhm.
That's what my character's gonna do, like polish armor and stuff. Can I go buy a thing? I just want one thing. I want to buy a brush for my dog.
Okay. You can buy a brush.
Is it a magical
It's
brush?
a couple copper. No.
Okay.
At some point, I want to. I don't know if we would need to wait for the magic dude.
You do not see Vatic here.
He died.
We didn't go back to the
No,
town
actually,
to rescue him.
he went north.
It's like, I don't know. Like, could Vatic even make like? We just have the skin. Like, I don't know how.
I believe that Vatic is the enchanter.
You think
it's a
so?
little too convenient for my taste.
I'll hold on to it then. I'll hang on to it.
Enchantment.
That should be me though.
Enchantment.
Enchantment.
I do. How does he just immediately replace a refillable flask? It's like he multiversed over from the Pathfinder universe into Dragon Age, and now he's
He
on
at least
magical
probably has
goods
connections.
Magical cookies.
That's-
Or he's like the dwarves from God of War.
Yeah, exactly.
Uses the doorways.
That's how I feel though, because he's always got these magical goods, and they're magical goods that I would picture in Pathfinder, but it's happened to be in this world, and they work out really well, and I like it. Like a refillable flask, I would totally picture that in Pathfinder before I went in Dragon Age. It's kind of like the Ring of Sustenance. And a refillable plate on top of that. We have a Ring of Sustenance in its most basic of forms.
Yes.
No, like take off my dog's armor, give her a bath too, and brush her out, and then clean the armor.
We need to
polish
ask
her out.
Vatic if
You
we
get
can put our
brushed.
plate and flask
Brushy,
into a ring.
brushy.
You get brushed.
You need a magic brush that cleans your dog as you brush it.
Unnecessary.
No, I mean, like, you'll get dirt and stuff out, but I'm talking about like cleans all the mud off and whatnot.
It's like a
Blood
shampooer.
and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the blood and
You just brush
everything.
it and it all just comes off as spotless.
It's just funny. You should get a brush. Then I make her clean your dogs and get all the blood off.
Kind of
Uh,
like your
awful.
self-cleaning armor.
Yeah.
yes.
That's a brush.
Shing. That was beautiful.
Good dog. Clean horse.
Your characters are always concerned about cleanliness.
Yeah. I guess it's just a thing for me.
It's
the first thing- No, it's the first thing I think about. Like, you're an adventurer going around was the first thing somebody's gonna do when they look at you, judge you. So if you're like all covered in cake,
Judge you.
dirt, and blood, and your hair's a wreck because you haven't bathed in 4 months.
That's the person I'm going to hire because they actually look like they do something.
Or it's like
Th-
Kingdom
those
Come,
three.
where it's like, what can I do for you, sir, knight? And then you come back all beat up. Jesus Christ, what happened to you?
I always just assume that like that all happens at some point. Kind of like buying rations and drinking water and going to the bathroom. And
I play D&D with my dad, and my dad's a smartass, so I assume nothing when it comes to pen and paper games. Like, unless you specify it, it didn't happen.
Amy's very kind to my New bass.
My dad would be like, okay, you said you went to an inn and you found a room and you went to sleep. Well, the next day you get charged 10 gold because you didn't negotiate a price.
Oh, you just went in and found a random bed and just slept in it.
Also, you shit your pants in the middle of the night.
Have fun.
I would not like that kind of game.
It's ultra realism.
Fuck this Dark Souls shit.
There's a reason why I did not buy Kingdom Come, because I don't want that level of realism in my video games.
Learning to read is fun.
You have to learn to read.
Yes.
Oh my.
You're the son of a blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmiths don't need to learn to read.
Yeah.
So dumb. I don't.
You are dumb. You're the son of a blacksmith.
I don't want that. I don't want any of that.
I don't want to roleplay as somebody dumb.
I don't want to that's
And if
too real.
Like, if you don't know
Not
how to
fun.
read, it affects, like, all your choices further on in the game.
Does it really? That's like the first thing I did. The moment I found the person that could teach me how to read, I got on my horse and I rode all the way out there and learned how to read.
Like, it affects what you can say to people and reply to people, and then there's, like, writing on the wall when you're trying to solve the murder, and you can't read what's on the wall.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that.
That's
That's totally
funny.
what happened, that I could read that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
my first step was going to read. I wanted to learn. I thought it was so cool I could learn how to read, so I went and learned how to read. And then you get in that really fun quest line with the priest, and it's just...
Nah, that first like murder solving or whatever that you have to do is so cool because there were a dozen different ways you could do it. You could go and you could find like one clue and then go off on your own, or you could find all the clues and then have people go with you, or you could like just ignore the clues entirely and just go on a search by
Oh,
yourself.
yeah, they were
like,
all mad at me because I would find a clue and I would just keep going and doing it all until I finished it all and killed everybody I needed to, and I came back and it was like, you should have told somebody and brought someone with you. Why?
I had it.
Sir Radzik sitting on this mission.
Took it very seriously.
That's
You said me.
Just.
No, but it was really cool though. I like that level of playability there, you know, because Michael played it and did that, and then I played through and like literally went to talk to the guy after every clue, and he was like, "That's awesome, good job, yeah, you should go investigate that." And I was like, "Why do I even need to talk to you? How are you helping me here?"
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. She went around you.
I
You're
really
good.
enjoy that there's conversation parts for all that. They're like, if they tell you, we're going to go and kill this bandit camp after we meet here.
This
and
is
you,
the dinner talk.
Yeah. You go up and you kill the bandit
You
kid,
guys-
you come back
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
like, wow, you're awesome.
At the
Thank you for taking care of that already. I really enjoy it. The game
You
reacts.
realize that nobody ever thanks us for our job.
Yeah, I tried to get a bath, and all I was given was 200 gold.
That's right. You did just come in, didn't you?
Seems, I don't know where else I was going. Find the nearest inn. That's where you get it.
Sees all
Th-
the
there are-
horses.
There are baths.
I don't really need a bath. I was just trying to get into the house and stay there. It's nice.
I don't really need a bath. How long has it been? A week?
I don't think he's bathed a day in his life.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I specified bathing.
I don't think I've ever specified bathing. I just assumed that it
I
happens
think
at some point.
the first time he did it, and the only time he did, was when the first inn, where you guys were out in the stable, and he decided to bathe himself in the horse's trough.
But yeah,
I think there was another time, at least that I bathed.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a bathhouse, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I remember talking about it.
Mm.
But like, this game and Critical Role are mixing, so I'm like, we went to an inn, and like, no, that's Critical Role.
That's why I had to stop watching, because I was watching it and I came to a game and we were talking about stuff and I was like, yeah, didn't we go to a circus? No.
No.
That's really funny. After hearing you guys, like I haven't started it, but I listened to the I just downloaded the audio, the like
podcast.
background characters for something Machina. I don't know, like the very first one.
Vox Machina.
That one's got like 200 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it starts in the middle.
I just looked it up.
Does it?
I just
They-
looked it up on like my podcast addict thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's any. I don't know if I'll keep listening to it or not because.
that one's hard to follow. I mean, I would like to follow it, but they were playing up for like 2 years before they started recording it.
Yeah, that's really far
Yeah.
in.
So you miss a lot of character building and stuff.
I might skip forward. Let's see.
You could watch their new season. I mean, like it's nothing related to the first one, at least that I've noticed so far. Like,
There's-
Yeah.
There's tie-ins, like little nods, like a certain character wrote a book and they found the book and they're like, oh, and that was it.
it's like us freaking out. But yeah,
Why is it-
Nerd Poker is a good podcast.
That's
So,
Brian Posehn, isn't it?
yep, Ryan Posehn, the guy who does Deadpool, and Gary Duncan.
cool.
They did Deadpool for a while. After Way.
I thought there was like a billion episodes.
And then
now it's just showing what I
Mr.
watched.
Stark for Machinima was their DM.
I typically just listen to scary stories, and I only listen to podcasts while I'm driving down here. So, no sleep podcast, Magnus Archives.
You guys are in an inn. One person has babes and taking care of their dog.
I'm assuming I spent like a couple of hours doing that. Like
You might be
washing
using
dogs.
your plate to continuously have food when they're just like, are you sure you don't want anything? Okay.
It's got soul food.
Like I'm eating healthy still. I mean, I'm eating like lean meats, my proteins, get my fruits and veggies in.
Oh my gosh. The
Kinda how
fruits
far
that
are
you
you?
didn't
I
get.
found that the poisonous meats are the best.
Oh gosh, now he's gonna be one of those.
He's got a refined palate.
So what you're gonna do when we hunt down this next dragon with that chick? You're gonna go like get some meat, go back to the house.
I mean, he has his antidote. Well, we
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
will.
but he has his flask full of
Antidote.
Oh, did you put it in your flask?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
He
in character. We don't know that.
he replaced the nice wine with an antidote.
Yeah.
Oh, did you mix it?
I don't.
No.
Yeah. No. I
So,
replaced it.
wine antidote.
Antidote. I feel like that would conflict.
Yee.
You didn't specifically say that you emptied the flask. I don't
I
think.
think
No,
I just kind
he
of
said-
replaced. Like I
Drunk out of it and put some in.
yeah drank out of it and then put the I don't know.
It's just a
That's
waste
good.
of. That's a waste of good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it only takes a little bit to refill it. It still says bright wine, 50-year-old. I don't know.
That's because you haven't erased it and put antidote down.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't update the flask before that because it still said mead.
Ah.
But I knew I'd written the wine underneath it. But I'll just go ahead and erase that. 'Cause I don't.
Because that's how it works.
Okay.
You add a liquid to it and it becomes that liquid.
I still have a fire book. Does that fire book still exist? I don't even remember what it was. That was forever ago. It's back in Tevinter.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, yeah.
That was for the
Fire book.
fire elemental.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like there was more in it than that.
Yeah,
No,
we
it
couldn't
was-
read it.
No, it was legitimately that we
That's what
couldn't
it
read
was.
it. It was
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
it was in Tevin.
Oh, no, that's right. I took the book from you because I read it.
Yeah.
I can read the book.
Can you make antidotes with a poison kit, or can you just make poisons?
That's a good question.
Like I have a poison kit. Conceivably, I could maybe make.
You could conceivably, I would think, but
Makes sense to me.
We don't have to now.
Yeah, I know, but just it's good to
For
future
future.
reference. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can use my antidote.
I'm not asking to use your antidote.
She just needs to make her own, yeah.
Yeah. They might not have Alexa nearby next time.
Learning
Alexa,
quick.
what's the antidote for?
huh.
It'd be pretty funny if somebody was watching that had an Alexa, and every time we yelled out Alexa,
Oh.
There's a side quest in near Automata. This isn't really big spoilers or anything. Amy.
Okay.
You have to find like some sort of like old book like to help heal something from like the old world, and like your little robot friend, after you find it, is like, yes, on page such and such it has this. Like, wait, how did you know that? This book has been contained in my archives. Like, well, why didn't you tell? Because you did not ask. That's funny.
Thanks. Thanks.
Interesting. Apparently, wyvern venom, once exposed to air, becomes less dangerous.
Interesting. So you can't really.
It only says anything about poison making. There's nothing about potion making.
You could create your own. Well, that we could conceivably use the same well, you'd probably have to find a recipe, just like you would have to
You'd have to go to the bookstore
yeah.
and find Grandma's cookbook.
Which I want to do while we're here. I want to see if I can find more poisons and maybe some antidotes. Because there's fun stuff.
Fun stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you could probably find the recipe for the werb and
Fever, visions, and -4 to dex. No, apparently you can extract venom out of wyvern meat for future reference with poison lore.
and but he's already ate it all.
Yeah, I did.
Well, next time. That's cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, if it's less effective when you expose it to air, it's not.
But it makes
No,
a nasty.
when you pull it out of the meat of the wyvern, if you do it quickly after its death, it counts as a full thing because you put it in the file. You
Yeah.
make a 17 check for cunning, and you get bonus from poison lore, which you should have, I think, right?
Yeah.
Everything,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you get 1d6 doses of viable venom. So then you would be able to run around with wyvern venom that does exactly what the wyvern does to us.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a nasty poison.
What language do they speak in the free marches?
Trade and Orlesian.
I like to pick up an Orlesian book, to try and learn the language.
Yeah, sure you would.
Yeah, just like I tried to learn Tevinci. I think I studied it for 2 days.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can
try
read.
again this time though.
Try again.
Make alcohol out of wyvern venom?
Wasted opportunity.
Going back into the woods.
Aqua lucidius. It's a minuscule quantity of wyvern venom remaining in the aqua after distillation results in unique hallucinatory effect.
Oh, so it's LSD.
Yeah, so depending on the
Dragon
effects,
style.
you roll a dragon die, but for a 1, you believe that you can see through time.
That's amazing.
With a 2, you're all just made up of firelight and shadows, flavored like blue and yellow. If I douse you, you might go out. Wouldn't want that. 3 is, I had a brief vision of my great-grandmother, though she was eating turnips with a modest dragon and Andraste was there putting salt on everything. 4 is, it was as though my soul took wing and floated about my head. I feel strange, but also good. And that stuff works well enough. Another round, anyone? That's interesting. The antidote to wyvern venom is a potion crafted with a target number 15 cunning poison lore test, made from a mixture of 3 herbs: Andraste's mantle, Drake vein, and winterberry. They are not particularly rare in general, but may be out of season or found mostly in distant lands if you want to increase the difficulty of such a quest.
Interesting.
You could pretend you were writing a book about poisons, and every time we go to a new area, ask for information about them, and you can collect poisons from different areas
Yeah.
and
I
stuff.
think I really need to use this more.
And apparently make hallucinatory alcohol.
Because it takes a minute or two, not super long, but it takes you have to prepare the poison, and I always forget before going into battle. But you can't prepare it too early before going into battle because then it wears off. So,
Just like the old school Witcher.
Yeah. We had to make the potions constantly.
I'll be honest,
Coat your blade.
Witcher 3 was probably the only game that I actually used poisons and stuff in. Playing 1 and 2, 1 it was absolutely confusing and made absolutely no sense at all. 2 it was kind of okay, but it was unnecessary. And 3 it was just a lot more simplified, made a lot more sense, it worked out and everything. But nah.
If you want to play the first and second Witcher, don't do it on console.
I've not played any of the first. Honestly, at this point, I'd probably watch a Let's Play. Which I actually started a Let's Play of the first one, but I didn't finish it.
It's not pretty.
I know. I watched a lot of it.
And the
Yeah.
combat is rough.
It
and
looked
it's
rough.
So hard, because you left click to attack and right click to do a different,
And
a heavy attack.
It looked kind of rhythmic,
It's
like I had some sort of rhythm.
Yeah, you
to
have
it.
to time your clicks at certain times to get it to do certain combos, and you have to aim with your mouse the whole time you're doing it. It's not good.
And then we tried to put The Witcher 2 on console, and they made all of the little menus and stuff that you had to go to craft stuff
Mhm.
itty bitty.
Well, that's also the fact that Sean didn't have an HGTV.
It doesn't matter that Sean didn't have an HD TV when it would go on his screen and you couldn't read anything like
No,
this
but
close
that's
to
my
the
point
TV.
though. I
Yeah.
had old TVs like that. Getting
That's
Dead
wrong.
Rising. I think the first Dead Rising on Xbox 360 before I had a big old HD TV or anything. It was fucking
Yeah.
terrible. You couldn't read it. It was like this small trying to read. I played through the game. I couldn't read a damn thing, but I played through the game the best I could. Like,
That happened to us with Skyrim, like when we first, because like we were broke when like we first got married, so like finally like, oh hey, let's buy PS3, like we can afford this, and then like we buy Skyrim, we can't read a darn thing. I'm like, do you want to buy an HD TV? So we went and bought an HD. It was after Christmas. It was on sale. It was fine.
Borderlands did the same thing.
Tiny.
Actually,
That's
all
I
they did.
never got an HD TV. The first HD TV I got was when I got with you.
Yeah.
Your TV.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
It's like your character. You're just adopting everything that comes along.
It's true.
I was a teenager, like I think I was like 12, and I was playing Call of Duty, and my mom was asking me if I liked it because she had just gotten it for me, and I said, you know, it's really good. I really like it, other than the fact that I can't see my ammo. Because I couldn't see, I couldn't at all because it cut off the edge of the screen. She goes, oh, that's horrible. Let's go get you a new TV. We went out at like 9 o'clock at night, and she went out to Walmart with me and bought me a new HD
What a
TV.
mom!
Right?
Gosh.
She's awesome.
That's a good lady right there.
Yeah. And then it was such a B word because we had a small little sedan and we were trying to fit this 42-inch in the back of our little Dodge Stratus. It was not working.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
You gotta hear that. No? SNL? Will Ferrell? I forgot.
I did not.
There's a Will Ferrell skit where he, I don't know.
It
It's-
sounds familiar.
I bet
Yeah,
it would be
it does.
super funny to me considering I drove a Dodge Stratus for like 6 years.
Other than the fact that Sam doesn't like Will Ferrell.
I don't like Will Ferrell.
It's kind of like his typical stuff, like, hey, he's yelling Will Ferrell. Like,
It's yelling Will Ferrell.
that's basically what it is.
Except for the
I
fact
really
she
liked-
spent the whole time dying through Get Hard. so-
Hilarious.
I don't know if I've
Great
seen that
movie.
one.
Where he goes to prison.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
it's
not
very,
seen it.
yeah. He's like a financial broker or something, and he takes the fall for his father-in-law, and he gets Kevin Hart, who plays this dorky little guy, to Kevin Hart pretends to be really gangster, and Will Ferrell hires him to teach him how to be gangster before he goes to prison, so he doesn't die in prison.
We either start. I
But
think
Kevin Hart is
we were
far
gonna
from
watch
gangster.
it or
Yeah.
started it on Amazon.
Man,
Oh,
we
it's
were.
hilarious. You should finish it.
It wasn't the last
It's
time,
really
but
I
the
can't
time
remember.
before we were visiting her dad, and her dad was wearing a hat, and he looks identical to Will Ferrell.
Because my dad's hair when it grows out looks really curly.
Identical. So now I need to find a black beanie that says Mayo on the front of it, and I'm trying to get her dad for like his birthday or something.
You gotta catch him after if he hasn't had a haircut in a while, because that's when he gets really curly and like kind of like foofy like Will Ferrell's.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's gonna happen.
Hilarious.
How much do you like Brother Where Art Thou? Like, have you
Oh,
seen the
Brother,
movie?
Where Art
Like,
Thou?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's fine.
Okay, my dad is the epitome of George Clooney in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Like making up big words that are like making up words that
Yeah.
sound right and just throwing them into
Is he a
conversation.
Dapper Dan man?
My dad.
He's loud.
He's a goofball. He speaks from the chest.
Yeah.
He's from the military, and he worked in a tank, so he had to be loud.
Oh yeah. I totally know people like that.
Yeah.
My Josh's grandfather, actually both of his. No. I'm getting the two sides of my family mixed up. Josh's grandfather, is one of those big talkers, and then one of the people on my sister's in-laws side, he's like pretty much deaf. Like he's like been working in construction all his life, so you probably can't hear anyway. And like he kind of like looks at your mouth, when you're talking. Like he doesn't really look at you. He's just like, and you can see him kind of mouthing along.
Yeah.
But then he talks like this all the time. Like it doesn't matter, it just be like this all the time. Like yeah, you're great. Not exaggerating even a little bit.
Yeah.
So funny.
When my dad's calm, I don't know. I really don't want to get that low. When my dad's calm, he talks like this. When my
Yeah.
dad gets upset, you could hear him from like 3 streets
Yeah.
down. Like he bellows. It's scary.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Very good. You guys are in an inn.
Families.
Talking about
At
talking
least we
about
get
dads.
until basically the end of the night before, you know.
Before everybody else, I feel like it's always my fault.
It's 7:48.
So see,
Yeah.
we made it pretty close before getting sidetracked. Usually it's through the whole thing.
Is it okay to call it now?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.